And what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Blue in the Bronx channel. I'm joined here by my brother Alex. We are live for our first college football game on the channel. I know we've done some Senior Bowl games and all of that, but this is real college football. You got the Notre Dame Fighting Irish hosting the USC University of Southern California Trojans with Caleb Williams as the main showcase. Obviously, a projected first overall pick next year. A lot of eyes are on him, especially from fan bases across the league, Giants fans, Bears fans, whoever. But Alex, your first thoughts?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see. Obviously, we got our first college football stream here. As many of you know, me and Luca are both Notre Dame fans, and of course, the season's over for us already. It's just win the games you can. With the last week's, I think it was last week, right? Cincinnati, we lost to them. They're still
No,
undefeated. Louisville, excuse me, Louisville, Cincinnati. Cincinnati gave us trouble in the past too. Apologies for any background noise. With that being said, shouts everybody in the chat. If you guys haven't already, please go look at the Bills Giants preview that we put out earlier. I did a good job with that. I also want to give a shout out to the chat. We have a pretty strong chat tonight to start. Let's start with the Kerm. We got Jetsos Mess in the building with Classy Nasty. We got Jacob. I'm going to get to this one in a second because I did announce that a little bit on the Twitter and the YouTube page too. Armand, what's up? Jeffrey, what's up? Evan, what's up? We're here to watch the near future New York Giants quarterback. Yes, Alexa and Princess Luca. Feeble is yet to have another Feeble break. Yeah, Feeble is coming home from work, so he will not be joining us tonight. He'll be joining us tomorrow morning, though, for the Rising Rush podcast. Evan, what's up? So, also, I want to put out there, if you guys don't have access to this game and you want to watch this game, YouTube actually isn't as strict on copyright as for like the college games as
NFL's more strict.
NFL games. Not that we're going to show you guys what the game is going to be. Obviously, we got the game cast here, but there's going to be pages like all across. So if you want to open another page, YouTube should be, there should be a stream out for USC versus Notre Dame. Let's just hope it's not embarrassing. That's correct. But I just want to give you guys a little info regarding this. Luca will be at the Jets game tomorrow. He will be actually in the press box like he was against Kansas City. And I know he's got a couple of questions to ask Mr. Robert Saleh after the injury news today. And then my first game will be the Giant Jet game. So I could choose to go into the Saleh room. I could choose to go into the Dable room. Most likely I'm going to do the Dable room, though, because, we got Giants credentials for that. But, again, we still got access to both. Penix balled out. Yeah, he did, man. He made all the throws that he needed to. I didn't hype him up for no reason. It is on NBC. You are correct, Jeffrey. So, again, just if not, anyone else is, not available for this game. Available to get this game. And we see if we have any talent at all so far. Banks has been good. Yeah, I have to give credit to Deontay Banks. We're going to get crushed by the Eagles tomorrow. We have no secondary, says Mr. Armand. Yes. The big
Just want
to get some. Listen, it's not for the channel. It's for something at school. It looks like we're about to have kickoff here.
All right, so Spencer Schrader will kick off to the Trojans, and this will go into the end zone for a touchback. And our first look at Caleb Williams will be right now, as he's got a very tall stature. A lot of people compare him to Patrick Mahomes. I know it's a pretty basic comparison, but I think anybody can agree on that. 71% completion percentage, 28 total touchdowns, leading FBS, 2 giveaways, and 1,822 passing yards. So let's see what he does against the Notre Dame defense. They are ranked 13th across college football, so this should be an interesting one.
Yeah, Marshawn Lloyd's in the backfield. He had a pretty good week last week against the University of Arizona. So, again, I have a lot of game notes, again, because we don't know college as well as the NFL.
It'll be first down and 10. Williams in shotgun, takes a snap, play action. No, he's going to give it right to the running back, and Notre Dame is right there to stuff him. And maybe a gain of 1, maybe a gain of nothing.
That's Javonte Jean-Baptiste with J.D. Bertrand on the tackle. 2 really good players at the front of this defense. Luca mentioned it. They're one of the top units in the league. Not so much against the run, but against the pass too. But again, Notre Dame's more known for their defense than their offense.
Marshawn Lloyd with the carry that time. It is 2nd and 9. They're going to run a little bit up tempo here. 14:32 to play, the second play of the game. Williams back in shotgun. He's going to make protections at the line. Williams calling out. Retreats back into shotgun with Lloyd to his right. 8 on the play clock. Williams takes the snap, looks left, under pressure and getting away from the pressure, still moving, still looking to run, and he's not going to gain a thing. Good job there by Notre Dame. J.D. Bertrand there to make the tackle, at least push him out of bounds, as Notre Dame did a great job containing him in the pocket and no open receivers downfield, so it will be 3rd down and long for USC.
Yeah, USC is one of the top passing offenses, just generational offenses in the NFL with Caleb Williams there. Also, Mario Williams, too, is a name to remember. But J.D. Bertrand and Javonte Jean-Baptiste are showing up early. And also Howard Cross, the third. He is the son of Giants tight end Howard Cross. So he's another guy to look for across this defense.
3rd and 9 here for the Trojans. Williams takes the snap in shotgun, empty, looks, throws. This pass is caught right at the 1st down marker, and it is indeed a 1st down for the Trojans.
Brendan Rice with the catch.
Catch made by Brendan Rice, as Alex acknowledges. 1st down, getting past the sticks.
We'll definitely get your comments, guys, but of course this is going to be a fast-moving game, so we're trying to keep up with it as much as possible.
Lincoln Riley, the offensive play caller. Williams back in shotgun. Back to his right. Takes the snap. Gibbs throws. This pass is intercepted. Picked off on the play by Notre Dame. Down to the 35, down to the 30. Still going down to the 20 and misses. And this is down to the 13-yard line. Notre Dame with a big interception.
Xavier Watts with his 2nd interception of the season.
And that was an absolute doozy. That was a duck by Caleb Williams. You rarely see him make that mistake. Notre Dame will hopefully capitalize on the turnover. As you see, Williams, they're going to send, let's see, we're going to see about 4 here. They're going to send 5, maybe 6. He throws off the back foot, misses his tight end completely, and Watts, I think you said, was Xavier right there in coverage. Excellent job there by Notre Dame.
Now we get to see what this Notre Dame offense looks like. It really goes through the head of Audric Estime.
Yep. Evan was just talking about the offensive line, but that was one of those. It's one of those blitzes, but I guess a good job there by the defensive coordinators of Notre Dame. This is 1st down and 10. You got Sam Hartman. He's going to give right to Estime. Estime up the middle. He is going to gain, and he's going to chug for about 6 yards.
You know, I'm not going to say this because Caleb Williams is a generational talent. He does a lot of different things, but if we could at least get some good luck on here with Notre Dame, I mean, hell, that's a shot in hell for anything, right?
Listen, we can hope for a great Caleb Williams performance, and we could also hope for a Notre Dame win. Hartman on the season, 18 touchdowns, 6 giveaways, most of them in the last couple of weeks, 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles last week versus Louisville, which was the 2nd loss for Notre Dame. We're going to get 2nd down and 4 here. Under center is Hartman. Hartman is going to hand it Estime. Estime is stopped. I'd say about 2 yards, 2 yards short of the marker, and it's a good stop there by the USC defense.
It's the teeth of that defense, really.
So it's going to be 3rd down and short. Let's see what Notre Dame does here. Got your tight end in motion.
Yeah, Stanley. I'm trying to pronounce this correctly because they have a lot of Hawaiian names. Usually they're known for a lot of Hawaiian, a lot of different cultural names on that USC defense. But Tualafu, he made the main stop there. That's 6th tackle on the season.
3rd down and 2 here for Notre Dame. Payne in the backfield to the right of Hartman. Hartman in shotgun takes the snap, looks left, throws, passes caught by Payne to the end zone. It is a touchdown. Notre Dame with the opening touchdown after the interception, and they're up 6-0 on the Trojans.
Wow. I mean, this is it. For Notre Dame, I mean, obviously coming off of last week's loss, you just see a lot of pre-snap motion here and just a lot of trickery, not too much trickery, but enough to deceive the defense. Nobody's covering Jabron Payne out of the backfield, and that's just a great anticipation, something off the back foot of Sam Hartman, and he's going to be coming out this year. He's not like some high anticipated prospect like Caleb Williams or Drake May, but he puts the ball where it needs to be put. Not a high completion percentage, but hey, listen, he gets the job done.
Snap, hold, kick. Schrader kicks it right through the uprights. It is 7-0 Notre Dame.
Very hot start. Very hot start. Let's see. We got a lot of comments to get to. So if you guys are here, like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. He was with Wake Forest the last 4 years. It wasn't Purdue.
Yes.
It was Wake Forest.
Same conference, ACC.
Yeah. Caleb Williams didn't even have a good game last week. Yeah, he didn't throw for 300 yards. He actually threw for I think it was like 241 versus Arizona. I actually have the stats here. Yeah, 14-25, 219. Most of it was via the running game. They had 5 touchdowns on the ground, and they also had an interception as well. So that's kind of what played part into it. That play demonstrated a QB doing too much. Yeah, he was just trying to float a throw, and it didn't necessarily work out. Yep, Wake Forest, that's true. It's why you build an offensive line. Bad throw, but he was being pressured. Yeah,
Yeah, he's off the
again,
back
Caleb.
foot.
That's again, good on to this Notre Dame defense trying to send pressure. Kerm says, "You kidding me? Wow." Zion Branch is really good for USC on the defensive side. Yeah, I could actually give you the stats in just a second here because again, I have a ton of sheets. Being that, just give me 1 second, everybody. I mean, we're already off to a good start, which is a good thing. Luca, if you want to go through some more comments up from the one that I selected, of course.
Brad says, "Is Prescott playing for USC?" No, he's
Zion Branch. He's a freshman, 9 tackles and a tackle for a loss on the season, but we'll definitely be looking for him through the rest of the game.
Yeah, Wake Forest demonstrating comment too much. Branch, Jacob Truth, he can't draft a second-round offensive lineman, and he'd be a solid starter. Then we have the wrong GM because we need a new quarterback. True. There's many teams across the NFL that draft second-round starters. I mean, look at the Jets.
Can I add something, Luca?
Go ahead.
Because this is important for all you NFL fans here tonight. The following GMs are at this game. If you guys didn't read the Twitter sphere, you got Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah from the Vikings. You got Brandon Beane from the Bills, Ryan Poles from the Bears, and Joe Shane, who was in Ann Arbor today. He actually probably took a quick flight over to South Bend, Indiana, and now is watching the game for the Giants. So,
Robert says it was a pick play. That's absolutely right. Good job by Notre Dame on that play. But we're looking at the Bush push, Reggie Bush, his heyday in USC. Obviously, him pushing. I think that was Matt Leinart, if I'm not mistaken. But you see Pete Carroll jumping up and down.
Leinart's an analyst now, right?
Yes, he is. I believe that's Matt Leinart next to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll, one of the more successful coaches to come out of college.
He had don't get that a lot.
Yeah, he had a first stint with the Jets in '94. They trashed him for Rich Kotite, and he went back to USC. And I was a successful Seattle Seahawks coach. That kick is underway, as this will go right to the return man and cutting up
Branch.
And this is down at around short of the 20-yard line, and Caleb Williams will be back to take the field. Keyshawn Johnson, also a former USC wide receiver, former Jet. Justin Tuck, former Giant Notre Dame defenseman. Brady Quinn, the former Notre Dame quarterback, is here as well. Jerome Bettis, former Steeler. Tim Brown, former Raider. Joe Montana, obviously one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, is a former Notre Dame quarterback, is in attendance. So just some of the stars that are there. Ball is set up at around the 19-yard line for the USC offense. Williams in shotgun. He takes a snap, gives it, fakes, and this will be ran by Austin Jones. He'll gain about 5.
Jones averaging 7.7 yards per carry on the season. And Jones was really the third best rusher last week. 5 carries, 15 yards. It was more through Caleb Williams and Marshawn Lloyd.
Second down, empty set. Williams takes the snap in shotgun. Still throws. Pass is incomplete, and a penalty marker flies. So this might be a defensive penalty here against Notre Dame.
I want to see the replay to see what happened there, but
could be pass interference. Maybe the ball was underthrown. We'll see. This will be a hold against the defense. Pac-12 referee Mark Duddy tonight. This is an automatic first down.
Yeah. That penalty is going to go against Benjamin Morrison, who's a sophomore from the state of Arizona. So,
to be fair, folks, the infamous Notre Dame narrative is they love to beat themselves.
Yeah, I mean, we could confirm that.
Caleb Williams once again in shotgun. He takes a snap. Now he's going to run it right up the middle. Williams runs to the right, and his tackle is made right on the right side by Xavier Watts.
But
was that Baptiste?
Yeah, that was Jean Baptiste.
I thought it was 0.
Well, it was 0. Baptiste. Actually, no, my beg your pardon. That was Xavier Watts who had the pick earlier. So
All right. 10:33 to play with Austin Jones to his left. This is Caleb Williams on 2nd and 6. Calls out the protections. Williams still in shotgun. 10 on the play clock. Williams, clock winding down. They're going to send a blitz, and we got a penalty marker, and this is likely to go against USC.
Yeah, big false start penalty here. Yes, I did hear about Malik Cunningham. I don't really watch much college ball. How long has this been on? Might check it out. This game literally just started. Notre Dame got an interception off Caleb Williams, and now Notre Dame defense is on the field, and Caleb Williams, they're trying to get their offense driving down the field. So you didn't miss a ton, to be honest with you, Afghanistan.
After the false start, it is 2nd and 11. 3-man backfield plus Williams, and they're going to give it to Austin Jones on the right side. This is not going to gain much. It's a gain of possibly 2.
Bring up 3rd down and long.
See what Lincoln Riley can cook up. Former Oklahoma coach.
Right. And he brought him here. So
3rd and medium here for the Trojans. I'd think that Notre Dame be prepared to send a blitz. Williams in shotgun with Jones to his left. He takes the snap. They're going to send 5, maybe 6. Williams rolls to his left. Williams with the throw over the middle of this pass is caught and well short of the mark.
Washington, but again, Xavier Watts all over the field on that one. He's played really well tonight. He's got the interception, had the push out of bounds on Williams, but this is a key play on 3rd.
You're going to see Williams. They're going to send about 5 guys right through the middle. Williams, nice job moving the pocket. He throws, but this is caught. This was obviously caught, but well short of the marker by Taj Washington.
Make sure, folks, if you're in here, definitely hit the like button, subscribe to all the good stuff. Maybe we ought to do more of these games. It seems fun already.
Punt is away, nearly blocked, and this will be called for a fair catch
by Mr. Chris Tyree, converted wide receiver.
He's been there for a while. He's mainly as a running back. Now is obviously, as Alex mentioned, he is now a receiver. So Notre Dame will go back on offense.
You know what, folks? I will say this: you'd probably rather listen to us than listen to Jason Garrett and Jack Collinsworth. I mean, I can stand Jack Collinsworth. I can't stand Jason Garrett. He's got a very robotic, this play and.
Yeah, he thinks he's such a know-it-all. But you know what? Who I'd rather prefer on these telecasts? It would be Noah Eagle.
Is Noah Eagle doing a different college game today?
You know what? Actually, I could actually check that out because he usually does the Big Ten games that are on NBC. Maybe okay. Fans are fortunate that he actually does tonight's game. The answer is, let's go down to 7:30. It is Jack Collinsworth and Jason Garrett, but Noah Eagle is doing or did
an ACC game. Remember, I think he was doing the game against Syracuse for somebody.
Could be right on that.
But I'll get to the comments.
Yeah, he did.
He actually getting more hype than Mahomes did. Yeah, I would think so. I mean, Mahomes was only picked 10th in the draft.
Yeah.
So I would say that. I don't think, if you're asking me right now, based on what I've seen of Caleb Williams, I think he's a better prospect than Trevor Lawrence. I don't know that he's going to be NFL Patrick Mahomes though. Williams and Jefferson, Addison is nuts. Yeah, that would be nuts. Yep, I heard about that. Answer that one. Syracuse versus FSU. Well, I mean, if that's the game he was calling, I know it was a few weeks ago he was calling a Syracuse game. Let's see. Answer this one. I really think Minnie's gonna go all in for Williams. I don't know. Just to let y'all know, the USC defense is trash. Yeah, they're not a very good unit. They're one of the last in the Pac-12. Jets have a better chance than the Giants.
I want to say real quick, Syracuse, Florida State was done by Bob Wischusen and Robert Griffin III. But, yeah.
Yeah, Roger says the Irish in this one, hoping the Jets can pull something off tomorrow.
I hope so, too. I really hope so, too, my friend. But they're depleted with injuries in the secondary. That's what's going to hurt.
Yeah, Shane going to Michigan, and this game shows you that they're thinking quarterback. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of prospects, but there's a guard from Michigan. There's a tackle from Notre Dame, Joe Alt. But listen, if they're drafting quarterbacks, I'm down. Yep, work for Fox. McCarthy had a really good game in front of Joe. Yeah, he struggled at parts, but he got his act together when And obviously they won the game after that. So there's that.
All right, first down here for Notre Dame. Audric Estime to the left of Hartman. He's going to give it to Estime. Estime goes around the left tackle. He's going to break free a little bit. And he's going to get the first down. Running behind Joe Alt.
Flores was the wide receiver, was blocking on his left. Really nice job there.
They're
running through that left side. I mean, who's the left tackle? That's
and we have an injured USC player on the sidelines. That is Max Williams,
the senior, actually. So he's going to be coming out of the draft this year, but he has an interception, 2 pass deflections. So he's one of those key players on that USC Trojans defense. With that being said, I was talking about running to that left side. I mean, Joe Alt, again, he's going to be a first-round talent this year. Let's take a look. Yeah, Alt and a combo block from the tight end. Let's see where.
Mitchell Evans.
Yeah, Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, maybe just he got landed on the wrong way, and he can't walk off on his own power at the moment, which sucks. But
yeah, you hate
the medical tent.
So it'll be first down for Notre Dame, fresh set of downs. Hartman is going to open up the field as he calls out the play. Hartman takes the snap out of shotgun, looks to his left. This pass is caught. This is Audric Estime. Estime is going to at least bully for 4 yards.
Yeah, bully Jamil Muhammad, who is the leading sacker for USC this year. And he's actually a transfer from Georgia State. So a little bit of small school, but again, he leads this USC Trojans unit in sacks, and he's doing well this year. So he's got 10 tackles for loss as well. And when you're in college, those tackles for loss, they're much more up than the NFL.
Second down at 6, Estime in the backfield behind Hartman. Hartman under center. Receiver in motion. Gives to Estime. Estime up the middle. He is not going to get a thing. USC just stuffs him right there. It'll be third down and 6. Honestly, Alex, that was pretty predictable.
Yeah, I mean, Rajon Davis was in there. I mean, he gets a credit with the tackle for loss and just very predictable. And also Bear Alexander, who's coming over from Georgia. I mean, he's one of those guys up the middle that you got to fear, one of those nose tackles. Really nice play. Again, Bear Alexander from the state of Texas coming in from Georgia. And then also, as I mentioned beforehand, Rajon Davis, the junior.
I mean, I don't know if Hartman could have what was I going to say? Audible that on the last play, but the box was stacked. Third down, Hartman in shotgun looks over the middle. Pass is incomplete to Flores, and a penalty marker flies. If I'm not mistaken, I thought a marker flew, but
yeah, I don't see one.
I thought somebody threw one, but it might have been just a towel dropping. I might have.
It's a tight throw. You got to catch that though. You got to haul that one in, bud. Got to haul that one in.
Dropped there by Flores, but good throw there. Just tight window. Just got to hang on to that. And it's not like it was dropped once he got hit. It was before the play. And this punt is away. It is going to be returned. Nope, it's actually going to be a fair catch. That time it was fair called by Zachariah Branch as USC offense will take the field once we head out of commercial.
Yeah, folks, we got like 40 people in here. Smacky the likey, please.
Anyway. Please.
And again, we'll do more of these games, man. I mean, listen, this has already been fun, getting to know new players and stuff like that. The Boston Celtics just added a new coach to staff. Jeff Van Gundy, I think, was appointed as an advisor, right?
That is correct.
Sauce is injured. Luca, do you want to go into this?
So Friday, this is the Jets, by the way, who do this. I'm just gonna say
He's gonna preface it.
I'm going to preface this and come very prepared tomorrow. Sauce Gardner on the injury report was questionable with an illness, and Salas said, yeah, he'll be fine. He said that yesterday. Today, I'm walking out of the gym. I get a report from Adam Schefter that says Sauce Gardner, Jets cornerback, was downgraded to out due to a concussion. Now, how do you get an illness, say, okay, he's going to be fine, and then goes into concussion protocol, which makes no sense. But it also makes no sense that Sauce is saying, hey, I feel fine.
Yeah, there's definitely some mix-up there. So it depends on how you develop talent. That's definitely true. Where the later round picks, he's replying to Brad. He said, that's a good point, but I will say those aren't common. I can rebuttal. Technically doesn't matter when you have an talent. Our entire O-line for the Super Bowl is, I don't think Chris Snee was a first. David Deal was a fifth. Soyber was an undrafted free agent, I believe, which we did have him on the channel just a few years ago. If you guys want to check that out. Sean O'Hara was an undrafted free agent, but he was a free agent too. And Kareem McKenzie was a free agent signing from the Jets. But yeah, Jets gonna jet. You also consider doing the college football playoffs. Yeah, I mean, listen, if there's a good matchup out there that we're feeling, we're gonna definitely do it. I can tell you, he fell off the bed this morning. Maybe he's talking about Sauce and the concussion.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. We got to get those likes to 15, but we're getting a lot of traction on the poll, though. I will say that we got 31 votes so far on the poll, 52% for 53% for the Trojans, 47% for the Irish. And folks, this ain't like the NFL where you have ties. Okay.
Yeah.
This is double overtime, triple overtime, quadruple overtime if you have to. Okay. So it's a little bit more fun in the NFL, except for the targeting. Targeting is a whole different ball game.
Yes. There's one player who got ejected today, but he was like celebrating or whatever. But I don't know. I don't remember who it was. I don't remember what team it was or what college it was, but it didn't make any sense why he was ejected.
Why does Al Golden look like he's doing a science project?
Looks like the nerd. Williams in shotgun once again with the running back to his left. Takes the snap, looks to his right. He's going to roll out. Williams looking over the middle. Has to run. Williams escapes, goes past the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get a first down. Good job there by Williams consistently moving the pocket, and it is a first down for the Trojans.
Yeah, Antonio Carter pushed him out of bounds, but again, they like these little rollout plays to the right, but he's just a great maneuverer of the pocket. And again, it looked like Notre Dame had him trapped, but no coverage downfield. And, one thing I kind of don't like Notre Dame for is they're not as athletic as some of these other programs. So, actually, they just got 5 more yards on a holding penalty.
Oof.
Cam Hart being charged for that. So I guess do they take it? What was I going to say? They called NBC had it, so I don't know if it's actually going to be still on there, but
it had to. It didn't I'll be honest. Reading the play, it didn't look like there was a lot to that hold, but
they still get the first down either way.
Yeah, it was probably declined. As takes the snap, half of my screen's blocked off. As this will be a run for no gain. Sorry, it was a DVR conflict.
Riley Mills, the veteran senior, with a tackle. We've heard a lot of his name over the past few years.
Yeah, very much so. Lincoln Riley giving out his thoughts. 5:50 to play here in the first quarter. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish are up 7-0 on USC.
Yeah, what's up to Burnt Ballsack? What's up to Mike Rock? He goes, let's go Irish. Yeah, you're damn right. Burnt Ballsack's a USC fan. You're also a 49er fan, so I'm not surprised, but we welcome you in. We welcome everybody in. How about that?
Williams in shotgun with the tight end in motion. Now moves to the backfield, takes the snap. Williams backs up. Williams still looking long. Throws over the middle. This pass is caught. First down, USC.
Dorian Singer, his 13th catch on the year.
So now USC begins to move the chains. They have some momentum on their side.
Yep, especially with that penalty. He's going up against Cam Hart, who had the holding.
First down. Multiple players in the backfield. This is Austin. It's going to be Austin Jones. I just had a brain fart. I apologize. But he takes a snap, and it's going to be a gain of 4.
They took the penalty. I mean, why would they? If they did take the penalty, and again, that's like a few plays back. I mean,
it would have to be like
an addition. It doesn't matter now because they got so many yards after it. But I mean, Caleb Williams really rushed for his life after that play. But they're on Notre Dame territory. They're at the 31. They're in good position.
Second down and 6 here for the USC Trojans. Takes the snap. Williams looks to his right. This pass is caught going towards the sideline, and
Branch.
I think that might be a first down or at least close to it. So good job there by USC moving the chains or close to it.
Yeah, Ramon Henderson pushed him out of bounds, but no, they're going to call it third. So it's going to be like 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 1.
All right. So we possibly might see a quarterback sneak. Depends on Alex. I apologize. I just have a DVR conflict right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll call the play. Until you get that fixed. All right. So we got first down and 10. So they did move the chains. This is going to be a fake. Williams 50 ball. Ooh, what a catch. It's going to be moving the chains for the USC Trojans. It's Dorian Singer on the catch, and there's a penalty marker down. Looks like there's some hand fighting Is it a push off? Yeah, the Notre Dame corner is like, oh, it's going to be a push off against Dorian Singer. It's going to be a push off. He was going up against Benjamin Morrison and just has that little too much of a release. And again, he's not really. That was a good catch though. I mean, I wouldn't fade away from that.
All right. So thank you for the pickup. I'm back. Had to do a quick thing there. 3:50 to go. Obviously, a pass interference penalty against USC.
Shouts to Tudo in the chat, by the way. I'll definitely get to some comments in a second.
What's up, sir? 1st and 25, a 15-yard penalty. Is the 15-yard penalty is for pass interference in college. Goes for both sides, defensive and offensive, as Alex notes. Williams in the shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes. This is going to be a screenplay out towards the 30-yard line. Now there's a penalty marker. And this could be going back once again on USC.
Yeah, it looks like the guy we talked about earlier. There's no foul. This is on Dame.
It's a face mask, I want to say.
Hands to the face. And it's a personal. It's not 5 yards like it is in the NFL. It's going to go against Benjamin Morrison, who had the beneficiary. Yeah, he just right in the face of the wide receiver trying to block out in front.
That's his second penalty of the game.
Hodge Washington.
That's his second penalty of the game for Benjamin Morrison. 3:38 to play. USC in the red zone. They're at around the 14-yard line. In the backfield is Marshawn Lloyd right next to Williams. Williams in shotgun. Now he's going to move out and move back into shotgun. Play clock winding down from 4 to 3 to 2. They get the snap off. Williams looks to his left. His pass is caught by Lloyd. And a nice chase. Oh, missed the tackle there. But it is a 1-yard gain.
But you heard that name before? That's Jack Kaiser with the tackle.
A big name on this Notre Dame defense. The 2nd down and 9 after that 1-yard pickup.
Must have been some refs that were in charge of the CI.
CI.
But again, we haven't forgotten about your comments, guys. We're just going through the flow of the game. We're almost at the end of the first quarter, by the way. So
2:48 to play. Williams calling out the protections. Could be audibling. 2nd and 9. Williams in shotgun takes the snap, gives right up the middle, and this is Marshawn Lloyd. He is nearly stuffed to the line. He'll get a gain about 2 or 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and medium here for the Trojans in the red zone.
Yeah. Yeah. As for Tudo, we're Notre Dame fans, and this is a good game to watch Caleb Williams and Sam Hartman, 2 quarterbacks that are coming out next year. So, this is why we're doing it, man. This is why we're doing it. We're happy that y'all can be here for it. Luca, I'll have you call this play.
Yep. Defense, opposing red zone percentage ranking in the scoring department when it comes to touchdowns. Notre Dame is 7th, but they did struggle against Ohio State in the final minutes. Shotgun here for Caleb Williams. They're going to send the blitz. Williams looks to his right. This pass is caught, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage right there with the reception.
Michael Jackson III on the catch.
And Notre Dame
the play called there. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't get the little screenplay. I would rather go for the end zone there. You have the arms talent of Caleb Williams. The whole middle of the field was open. It's just that I'm not sure what USC was thinking there, Lincoln Riley in particular with the play call. Whole middle of the field was open. You could have done a quick throw over the middle. That likely would have been a touchdown. So it looks like USC is probably going to go for the field goal here. Lefty Dennis Lynch. Snap, hold, kick on the way is good. And USC has cut into the lead. Now they're down 7-3. What's up to Dre? He says Michael Penix had to humble Dan Lanning, Bo Nix, and Oregon. I guess he's a Michael Penix fan just like you, Alex.
Listen, I'm a Michael Penix fan myself too. I mean, I don't know what professional football team he roots for, but I like myself some Michael Penix. I do think there's flaws in his game, but hey, listen. Not sure what they would be doing this. I'm going to be fair and honest to my fans here. Trash talking Dan Lanning was getting out of control. I mean, to be fair, he had the right when it came to Colorado. Okay, they blew the shit out of Colorado a few weeks ago. But Michael Penix, I didn't watch the entire game, but there were some stupid decisions in that game. From what I know, Michael Penix obviously had the last laugh in that. But I envisioned doing a Notre Dame game last year. I think USC was one of the opponents, but there was a lot of time stuff that was going into it. So, yeah, man. Jacob says, y'all doing the ALCS or NLCS this week? Well, Monday obviously is the show. Wednesday, I believe, is the day we're gonna do a stream. Tuesday, there's no baseball, so I want to say that's the ALCS. I think, right?
ALCS starts tomorrow, so maybe there's a chance. ALCS starts tomorrow. The NLCS starts Monday.
Yeah, let's look up MLB playoffs. I'm gonna shift my thing a little bit so we could actually go in front of the TV and not sideways. Wednesday, actually Tuesday, there is a game. It is Diamondbacks Phillies, and then Wednesday it's Astros Rangers. So we really have a selection there.
Didn't you say the Diamondbacks Phillies game's at 1?
It's set at 1, and then now it says at 8:07. So
hey, listen, I mean that's better for my schedule because the original time I wouldn't be able to do it is we're seeing a Danny DeVito commercial with him in a wig. Why?
Again. 4-4, and you got it. Instead of being potentially up 7, he's talking about Penix. Dre, what's your football team, man? If you have a NFL football team, yes, Shane is right. Hit the like for us, subscribe, do all the good stuff. We appreciate y'all being here. And again, if you're not a Giants fan or whoever you are, and you come in, you make some conversation, or even if you're just not watching, or I should say you're watching but you're not in the chat.
Don't forget, folks. I didn't mean to interrupt Alex here, but tomorrow we'll be live for the Rise and Rush podcast. We do our game previews of select games we want to look at for during the day. We also do betting advice and fantasy football advice. So be sure to catch it. It is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Alex, we don't like neither of these other teams, but Clay Matthews Jr. has been my first mentor, teacher, and a big brother since I was 10. We FaceTime this match now. That's why. Well,
you should have seen USC right there. They were just like doing this or something. Not sure, but this kick is away by Lynch, and this will go to
nice return.
And this could be a big hole. It is a big hole down to about the 35-yard line for Notre Dame, and they get a nice field position.
Yeah, it's Devin Ford on the return. Dre is an Eagles fan, so I'm a Giants fan, but I have no really crap to talk to Eagles fans because I'm going to be completely fair with you guys. As we know, my team sucks. So
I'd like to also say that my team will be facing Dre's team tomorrow, Eagles Jets, and Dre's team has always beat the Jets.
Right.
So Lincoln Riley, I thought there was an injury. Guess not. So empty set here for Notre Dame. Now they just move a running back to the backfield. It's Jeremiah Love. Man in motion. They're going to give it to Love. Love through the right side, and he's not going to get a damn thing.
Behind the line of scrimmage and all that. Tough.
I don't like this first down running play. I'm sorry. I mean, the box is stacked right there.
And they're running a 12 personnel, so let's see what happens here. Yeah, I mean, they just read it perfectly. They set the edge. But anyway, this is probably the last play until the second quarter.
Second down and 11 here for the Fighting Irish. Hartman takes the snap. He looks left. He throws. This is caught over the middle. And a nice tackle there by USC. I almost said UFC right there. On the reception, I can't find a number. Who's number 80?
But
I literally cannot see a number 80 on the depth chart.
You might have to look at the entire roster because that's what happens sometimes.
That is Jordan Bison, the freshman. He had 2 receptions last week versus Louisville. And looks like we're going to come down to the end of the quarter. It is the end of the quarter. 7-3 Notre Dame as we finish the first quarter.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Obviously, Tudo throwing a little shade. Yep. Eagles won't get out of second gear beating the Jets. Tuesday night, there's only one baseball game. Wednesday night, too. Yeah, they're obviously – it's also a ratings thing. You're not going to put, Tuesday, 2 games or something like that. But, again, one Wednesday, one Tuesday. It pretty much evens out. But, folks, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. We appreciate all the attraction that we've gotten in here. And I do want to take 2 seconds for ad I would say, identification. We are brought to you by SeatGeek. So if you guys are going to a college football game, a ball game of any type, a concert, or you need parking passes, well, SeatGeek can be your best friend in that. $20 off your entire order with the promo code Big Blue in the Bronx. Jacob asks, any chance Pugh is starting tomorrow? I would say he plays tomorrow in some way because he actually got elevated from the practice squad. So he'll be starting his first game in Giant Blue, in my personal opinion, since 2017. So, yeah. So I know tomorrow 8:15 is the Astros Rangers debut.
Jacob had an earlier comment. He mentioned me being on the show tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be on the show, but I'm probably going to be staying for about an hour because I do have to leave to go to the train station and meet somebody there.
I'm just going to move around my stuff, so just give me a
No
second.
problem. I'll keep talking. But yeah, I'm going to be here for about an hour on the show tomorrow. You obviously have John and Alex, but I'll be on it for an hour, and therefore I have to leave at around 10:30 because trains here in New York are slow on Sundays, and I have to battle against that. Studio says, "Sorry, Alex, I have to send a message to someone we don't like in the building, boss." Well, listen, it's all fun and well.
It's all fun and games. It's fun, Obviously, most Giant fans are like Eagle fans, and vice versa. But hey,
The rivalry's there.
We're all friends. It's all for fun. So
yeah, nobody's threatening anybody, so we're all good. Luca meeting Swift before the game. Well, Swift ain't gonna be there probably. No way she goes.
Yeah, they already played, Jacob.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Should be getting back to action in a few minutes. But let's see. And again, guys, don't forget our show tomorrow. We'll also have a show Monday recapping the NFL weekend. Boys to Big Apple podcast. Do a little bit of MLB playoff talk. I think we could include as well. Basketball is almost around the corner. We're planning something.
Does Notre Dame have any more interesting opponents?
I'll check that in a sec, but I'll say I'm hoping to plan something special for a Knicks stream, but I'll keep that quiet for now. All right, Notre Dame's schedule. Let's see. They have Pittsburgh, not interesting. Clemson, not interesting. Wake Forest and Stanford. That's it. So, meh. Y'all be playing at the Link or at home? At MetLife Stadium. At MetLife Stadium. So I expect a lot of Eagle fans to be there because Philly is an hour and a half drive from MetLife Stadium. So not much there. But anyways, 3rd down and 4 here for Notre Dame. Sam Hartman looking on. 3rd and 4. Moving into the backfield is Jeremiah Love. Hartman takes the snap, looks to his right. This pass is caught off a screen, and it is a first down and many more. Going down to about the 42-yard line, and a first down that time. That was Chris Tyree. Good job there. As you see a little screen action, good block there by Mitchell Evans, and that gets Notre Dame into USC territory. Let's see. So it'll be first down and 10 around the 42-yard line here for Notre Dame. Everybody's in motion, moving around. Jeremiah Love is in the backfield. They're going to give it to Love, and he's going to go right up the middle. And no, they're actually going to fake it down the right side. This is a first down end around for Notre Dame. Completely fooled me.
On that play.
First down, the freshman with the play.
And I was going to say before this drive even started is, Notre Dame last drive, and obviously they're not known as this great offense, but they really have gotten off to some slow starts this year, and they've done well thus far on this drive because obviously last drive was gifted due to the Caleb Williams interception.
Great little fake there by Hartman. Hartman gives this one right up the gut. I believe this was Audric Estime. He'll gain about 4. I'm sorry, that is Jeremiah Love actually. So they've been going more with Love rather than Estime.
As changing it up, Mason Cobb on the tackle. He's a transfer from Oklahoma State.
Estime will now re-enter the game as Love got a few nice carries, a little bit of action. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Notre Dame is approaching the red zone. Estime to the right of Hartman. Hartman in shotgun takes a snap, looks to his left. Hartman fakes, throws. This pass is dropped that time. Incomplete, intended for Tyree. That ball's got to be caught. Alex back from his diva break. Very funny, Brad. So it'll be 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and medium here for the Fighting Irish. Now, if you really want to be aggressive here, obviously you got to take shots towards the end zone. You do want to score here. Don't try for a field goal. Obviously, you want to be as aggressive as possible. Marcus Freeman, the young coach, looking on in his 2nd season at Notre Dame. 2nd, maybe 3rd. 3rd down and 7.
2nd.
Gotcha. 3rd down and 7. Empty set. Hartman looks over the middle. This pass is caught by Mitchell Evans. Evans breaks a tackle, but
that was a tight throw. That could have been picked.
It could have. He's short about 2 yards, and I'm assuming the field goal unit will come on. But maybe you never know, as we're looking on at the offensive coaching staff here for Notre Dame.
Let's see.
I would go. I don't know. I kind of feel I would go for it. Why be up only 7 when USC can tie it? They're going to go for a field goal. So Marcus Freeman's channeling his inner Robert Saleh. 36-yard attempt for Spencer Schrader. The snap, the hold, the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. As 10-3, Notre Dame is up on 21 ranked. Notre Dame up on USC number 10 ranked.
Yeah, USC still undefeated. Georgia is a good college football team right now. Yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, much appreciated too, though. Listen, whenever y'all pop in here, you have to do something else or go to a different stream. We appreciate y'all. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, all the good stuff, folks. So,
of course, if you're a Notre Dame fan, if you're a USC fan, even if you're a college fan, just hit the like button, folks.
Yes, indeed.
We won't bite.
What?
I said we won't bite.
Well, no, we don't. No, we don't bite. We don't bite on play action either. I don't know. I just wanted to throw a ball there. But yeah. So the Notre Dame defense did a good job of holding last drive. Now, obviously, it's still a touchdown game.
Absolutely.
But, they're confusing Caleb Williams a little bit. I mean, he's not necessarily.
He hasn't really shined. I mean, he's made some nice plays out of the pocket. He obviously had that first down run, or at least 2 of them, at least, but. We haven't seen a lot of the prolific arm that we have seen yet.
Right. Definitely. Oh my God, I'm so scared. He's talking about the biting comment. When does Yamamoto have to be posted? Is it by December? I would imagine sometime in December. I don't know the specific date.
Yeah, it's obviously the internationals.
What? So I'm just trying to do some stuff here, but again, folks, like, comment, subscribe. Luca, if you want to...
What?
Do you want to see the college... Anybody see College Game Day, the pickup today? He was painting on him the Washington colors. Don't know what you're referencing, but I do know what happened in the Washington game. Luca, maybe if you want to go around the league to... around the college football atmosphere, I should say, to talk about some scores.
Absolutely. So, looking around the college football atmosphere, I'm looking at oddshark.com. San Jose State is up 31-17 on New Mexico. Louisville is up 21-14 on Pittsburgh. -7 was my spread, and I picked that, so it looks like I could win. Still undefeated. Arizona's up over, I believe, Washington State, 20-6. I just want to double-check that it is Washington State. It is Washington State. Let's see what some other scores real quick. Auburn is down to LSU 20-7. Kansas State is up over Texas Tech 10-7. Texas State is up over ULM 9-7. As we're slowly getting back to the game, as we see Joe Montana. ULM is Louisiana Monroe. Miami is down to UNC 7-0. Wyoming is up over the Air Force 21-14. As we see Matt Leinart on the sidelines, also an
analyst. This one I couldn't believe. Colorado was up like 29-0, and then whatever the score was, and then they blew it. It's just wow.
Kick is away and is a touchback for
very slim. So I'm not giving up Volpe or Jason without a Soto extension. What, in like a trade, Jacob? Maybe.
So you got to sign Soto long term. So Caleb Williams' numbers thus far, not all that impressive. An interception, 7 of 8 with 48 yards. Hopefully, well, not hopefully because I'm a named Dame fan, but let's see if they make adjustments. 10-3, 12-9.
The penalties, folks.
12:19 on the game clock. Williams in shotgun, receiver in motion, takes a snap. They're going to do an end-around play. Nice little fake there, but the end-around still going, and it's past the first down marker, and he gets tripped up.
Yeah, it's Taj Washington on the end around.
And it's a first down. Nice little fake there by Washington. I thought they would have went to the other receiver, but nice job by Washington with the end around. You see, he's going to sell the fake with the little push of the arm.
Definitely got the sirens in the background to make it fun.
So, as USC has done all night, they've moved fast-paced. They will continue to do that. Williams in the backfield.
1 second.
In the shotgun. Williams still trying to call out the play. To his right is Austin Jones. Down to 3, down to 2. They get the play off. Right to Jones. Jones runs up the middle. This is going to be about a gain of 5. Alex is back and he's muted.
Wouldn't be a malfunction without any of that stuff.
It'll be second down. They're going to give it right back to Jones. Jones not anywhere to go as he is stuffed by that Notre Dame defensive line.
Mustafa Mensah and a lot of others there. They seem to read the play really well.
It'll be third down here for the Fighting Irish.
Got all the green, the mighty green.
Yes. Bring out the clovers, folks, the 3-leaf clovers. USC 1 of 3 on third downs, usually 7.7 yards to go on those third downs. 3rd and 4, Williams in shotgun. Notre Dame is going to send the blitz. They're going to send 5. Williams looks left. His pass is caught, and I'm going to say he got the first down on that one. That time it was Mario Williams, and they will give him the first down. So Notre Dame drops into a little bit of zone on the blitz, and it pays off for USC nonetheless. Hurry up. They're going to give it right back to Austin Jones. Now they're going to fake it to Williams, and this pass is going to be caught by Mario Williams, and he'll gain about 5 or 6. So nice little
flag
creativity.
Play. I wonder what it was.
I think this is going to be like an illegal shift penalty because that playoff moved awfully quick. And Marcus
Freeman was just talking to his assistant coach.
Looks
like I wonder what that is.
So we'll see the penalty marker here. I'm going to say they're going to say no foul. Nope. Ineligible man.
Receiver downfield. And now there's a defensive penalty too. So the offset. I don't know what this is though.
Yeah, I don't know. College football.
I think Notre Dame had too many men on the field.
Oh,
illegal substitution. Yeah, as they ran the play, they had a guy running off the field. So,
good God, Notre Dame. God. Yeah, that's
that. Also, there was an illegal block in the back.
Probably one of the receivers, but anyways, 1st and 10 here for USC. Takes the snap, play fake. Williams deep ball. This pass is. Did he catch it?
No, I don't think so.
Out of bounds.
Nice. Brendan Rice versus Benjamin Morrison there. I mean, he does. I think that's a nice ball thrown by Caleb, but Benjamin Morrison is just leading him out of bounds, and he really had no room in bounds to catch it. So.
Good job by Morrison.
They were both holding each other, so you can't really call a penalty there. But no, that the first foot does not get down.
Tight window throw. So good job by Williams, but again, better job by Morrison to move Brendan Rice out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and 10 here for USC. Williams with the back in the backfield takes the snap. He's going to give it. This is to Lloyd. He's going to go up the right side, and he's pushed out of bounds. This is getting a gain of about 7 yards. I want to say that's
Xavier Watts again.
He's had
I would like them to set the edge a little bit better. I'm not going to lie. Because Watts isn't there, and that's a big run.
Bertrand, I think, was following him. If that's not Bertrand, that's probably Jack Kaiser. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Trojans. Man in motion to the left. Takes a snap. Give it up the middle. And nowhere to go. The Fighting Irish clamp it up. and USC will punt.
Yeah, I don't know about that play call either. I mean, they seem to read it really well. DJ Brown coming off of the edge here. And he was mad, like the tight end didn't even take the right angle to block too, which was a little weird. Like I think the tight end thought that he was going to take the gap next to the left tackle, but I guess that wasn't the case.
Yep. So now it'll be 4th down, which USC will punt.
Nearly blocked.
Saplicki punts it away. This will be caught by Tyree at around the 14-yard line.
Flag down.
Penalty marker down.
Now, running into the kicker could net you 5, which wouldn't be good for Notre Dame.
Yeah, it would be a 1st down.
Like, I think he got a hand on his foot, maybe. Like, that may have been what happened there. Let's see.
Yeah, he's just signaled running into the kicker. That would have been 5.
Yeah, and what was the down and distance again? 4th down and 6?
Yep.
So they could either take that and say we're going to punt again, or take that and then just go backward for Notre Dame.
But sorry, even regardless, that's such an irresponsible penalty. Because God forbid it's 4th and 5 or 4th and 4. Such an irresponsible penalty.
Yeah, so I think what they're going to do, running into the kicker. Yeah, they're going to re-kick this one.
I mean, they not gonna lie, they pinned him back pretty far, right? They pinned him down to about the 14-yard line of Notre Dame. So maybe this kick is better. This kick is worse. Who knows?
They got 60 votes on the poll thus far. Notre Dame Fighting Irish leading at 52%.
All right. I have to step out. Alex, if you're okay, you can.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
All right, I'll be back in a little bit.
You could. I was about to say he could just leave in general. I'm gonna take this thing off. All right. So they actually took it up to 4th and 1. They're gonna go for it, and Caleb Williams keeps it. Caleb Williams has got a 1st down, almost tripped up past the 40, but looks like Notre Dame got completely fooled right there. That's a great play call by Lincoln Riley and the USC Trojans, and it moves the chains. Xavier Watts looked like he whiffed at the first attempt there. I still thought the winner of that matchup was going to be Caleb Williams. But he was also pursued by Jack Kaiser, who made a really good play earlier in the game, too. So it'll be 1st down and 10. Multiple men in the backfield. Williams takes a snap. Fake. Sidearm throw over the middle. That's incomplete. And it looked like it was tipped coming out of the hands. Taj Washington was the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. Yeah, I would like to say that was tipped. Something got in the way, but still, it wasn't like a great throw. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Williams calling out signal. 7:48 left to go in this 2nd quarter. Williams takes snap. They're going to keep it with Williams. He's gotten lane. There's a penalty marker thrown. 1st down and more. Williams into the end zone for a touchdown. But I have a feeling that this is going to come back. The fake was to Zakaria Branch, but I think USC has that same feeling that it's coming back, and it is. Looks like it's going to be a holding penalty against the Trojans. That is going to go against the left guard, Emmanuel Pregnon. And let's see what happens here. Going up against Howard Cross. Yeah, that's holding. That is holding right there. Holds the chest. And if he maybe makes a little bit more of an adjustment, maybe he could just not hold there. But again, Howard Cross, veteran on this Notre Dame defense. As mentioned before, he's the son of former Giants tight end and now sideline reporter Howard Cross. So just some little notes about that. About 7:39 left. That play clock is winding down. Williams takes the snap. They're going to actually run the football this time. And this is cut to the outside past the 40. Almost to the 1st down marker to the 31-yard line. That's Zakaria Branch, who they've done multiple fakes. They finally give it to him, and Notre Dame falls for it. Just a standardized run. And Zakaria Branch is a wide receiver, but it looks like he could be used in multiple ways. So this is going to be a short down in distance. Let me just get this friggin' ad off for you guys because We don't want ads. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. Key 3rd down situation here for the USC Trojans as well as the Notre Dame defense with little time running down. Williams hands it off. And this is a nice stop. J.D. Bertrand with the tackle. Now, you could possibly go for it, but we'll see what they do here. Austin Jones on the carry. And they could kick a field goal. Let's see what Al Golden's defense, see what their package looks like. So they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it here. They obviously got the first down earlier with the Caleb Williams keeper. Austin Jones will remain in the backfield. Looks like they got 12 personnel on the field, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and a running back. Jones in the backfield. He's going to go to the left of Williams. Takes a snap. And he is completely met in the backfield by J.D. Bertrand. This Notre Dame defense, along with Benjamin Morrison, comes up when it's needed, and Notre Dame takes over on downs. Wow. I mean, wow. Even if they handed it off or Williams kept it, he was not going anywhere. That's a great play by Notre Dame's defense. I mean, you really have to give respect to Al Golden and this unit overall. I mean, that's just an epic play. It really is. But, folks, thank you for joining us. Hit the like button, subscribe to all the good stuff. I want to get some comments. And, you know, again, if you're not a Notre Dame fan or you're new to this channel, we don't bite. Definitely comment. Corey Foreman is a guy to watch. A lot of scouts looking at him too. What position does he play? Because I could give you some stats on him. I did some game notes. I know. Anyone think that the Falcons pulled the 2018 Giants with Bijan in the first round? I know Bijan is a legit talent, but you don't pick unless you're playoff ready, and they're not. Yeah, they're a very mediocre team, Jacob. Gonna be honest with you. I don't think Desmond Ritter's a good quarterback. Obviously, I watched him beat my Notre Dame Fighting Irish before. But I mean, they were not going to sit here in the 2023 draft and say, look, we're gonna second guess ourselves or whatever the case may be. The correct term is, they're not gonna bite themselves in the ass. They're not gonna do what the Cardinals did a few years ago. And they just decided to pick Bijan. They thought for some reason Desmond Ridder is their guy. What the fuck is Lincoln Riley doing? Every fucking play was an option. Listen, man, I mean, this is the flack that Lincoln Riley will get sometimes. That's all I gotta say, man. But hey, listen, there's obviously more opportunities in this game for them to go in. Again, Notre Dame has done a good job of stalling this USC Trojans offense. You look at the time of possession. I mean, USC leads it by a good almost 10 minutes. But they just haven't been able to capitalize. They have not been able to capitalize, and that's just been a pain in the ass for them. Foreman is a junior edge out of Corona, California, was a 5-star recruit coming in. Okay, so let's see. Probably have him on here. Coleman, let's see. Apologize for not being ready at the moment, but we're also about to get back to action. Yeah, I'll look him up on commercial, but yeah. Because obviously the Giants need an edge. The Giants are a team that will need an edge coming into next year's draft. And it's sad we're already thinking about that. But take a look at this just awesome play by Notre Dame's defense. J.D. Bertrand coming off the edge. You got multiple guys in there. I believe Howard Cross too. So this is where Notre Dame really does well. And they weren't necessarily ranked well in the country, or at least at the top in run defense, but they've shown up today. They've really shown up today. So they're going to hand this off, toss to Audric Estime, and he's got about 3-4 yards. As they're looking at Bertrand. Again, he's been all over the field this game. There's been a couple of guys. Xavier Watts has had some good plays too. Jack Kaiser, but Bertrand has played well this season. Bertrand has played well this season. But I know most people, at least on this drive, as well as the other Notre Dame drives, will be watching that left tackle by the name of Joe Alt, who's going to be coming out this year. 12 personnel, 2 tight ends set with Estime in the backfield. Hartman takes the snap. He looks. He's firing this one deep and way overthrown. Not a good ball. Kalen Bullock was in contention. He was the one covering Faison, and that's going to be 3rd down and 6. little interesting tradition. I guess if it is a tradition that Basin has, he's got one large sock and then another just leg of just bare. But random observation for you folks. But just a little overthrown right there by Sam Hartman. So it's 3rd down and 6. Let's see if Notre Dame is facing a pinned ears back USC defense. Hartman takes a snap, 4-man rush. He's got a spy on him too. Throws this over the middle. Ooh, it's dropped. Nice pass deflection in there. It was a catch for a moment. It was deflected by Christian Roland Wallace, and it's going to be 4th down and 6. He was going up against the tight end Mitchell Evans. And, of course, if you're a Notre Dame fan or you're just a college football fan, you know that Notre Dame loves their tight ends. Michael Mayer was one of them. Kyle Rudolph is another name, former Giant and Viking. So it's going to be a 4th down and 6 situation here with Branch in the return. This kick is away, and he's got it from about the 12, trying to make some moves past the 20 to about the 25, so about a 15-yard return, and there's going to be a penalty marker down, so you wonder which team this is going to be on. And again, not a great offense thus far from USC, so you wonder if this pushes them back even more or gives them a couple extra yards. Number 0, imagine Giants with Herbert. We were so close to getting that kid. Didn't Herbert really like us for my tripping? There was a rumor that, actually, I'll do it after this, it's going to be holding on USC, so that's going to be an extra 5 yards they get pushed back, likely either just 5 or half a distance to the goal, and they'll call a timeout. But to answer your question, Jacob, there are rumors supposedly that he did not like the Giants and didn't want to go to the Giants or Gettleman or whatever this situation was, and that's why he went back to college, because the Giants were going to be one of those first teams up there with a quarterback or wanting a quarterback. So yeah, that's pretty much what the theory was. We got a lot of votes on the poll, folks. Appreciate y'all being here, but also definitely hit the like button if you haven't already. It takes 2 seconds of your time. Don't be a ninja watcher. But as Luca was going over those scores earlier, I might as well go over a few myself here in the college football realm. Obviously, we're doing this game, so no need to get the score on that one. Louisville is actually winning against Pittsburgh. They're undefeated. Pittsburgh is 1-4. It's 21-14 in that game. Washington State is losing to Arizona 20-6. Auburn is down to 4-2. LSU 20-7. They have the ball currently. It is halftime in the UNC game as their undefeated team with Drake May at the helm is beating Miami and Tyler Van Dyke by a score of 7-0. Missouri is losing to Kentucky 14-7. Oregon State is beating UCLA. They're only in the first quarter. It's 6-0 in that game. Duke is beating NC State. So a little bit of an East Coast, well, not really East Coast, but like almost a South rivalry in the same state as well. He goes to some of the other scores as well. Georgia beat Vanderbilt. They are undefeated, 37-20. Michigan kicked the crap out of Indiana. It was a close game at the start, but the second half kind of blew away from Indiana. 52-7 was the final score on that one. Ohio State beat Purdue by a score of 41-7. Ohio State remains undefeated. Syracuse lost to undefeated Florida State with Jordan Travis at the helm, 41-3. Arkansas lost to Alabama by 3 points, and they scored 8 points total in the fourth quarter. Alabama scored nothing, but then again, they won the game, so that's what matters. Utah beat California 34-14. Penn State absolutely shit-kicked Massachusetts 63-0, and I do have a couple of friends that actually go to Penn State. Shout out to El Gordo. I guess somebody has that nickname, whether it's on one of the defenses or something like that. I'm pretty sure Gordo in Spanish means like big or fat or something like that. Maybe I'm not good at Spanish. I don't know. 33 in here, 18 likes. Yeah, get the likes up, folks. Thank you. Oregon still might be in the playoffs, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, we saw what happened today. If they have one loss, they could still kind of contend for the playoffs. They might still be able to contend for Pac-12 playoffs, but that's my bro. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, is he playing in this game? Because as I said, what was I going to say? I know I'm acting a little dumb here but anyway, fake for Caleb Williams, and this is crucial drop right there. Crucial drop will be second down. Hit that like. Yeah. What's up to Angry Johnny? He says, what's up, y'all? Like the shit up. Can't wait to see y'all on future streams. Ranger had a shitter tonight, but let's go Irish. Yeah, the Irish are, I got to check what happened in that game for the Rangers. But hey, listen, as long as the Irish are doing stuff for us, I mean, that's a good thing. Jones in the backfield again. Takes a snap. Williams with a sidearm pass to Branch. Branch has got some upfield movement, and he's got pretty close to a first down. Yeah. Well, hopefully the Rangers don't prove to be feeble. But looks like it could move the chains right there. Nice blocking out in front, and it does move the chains. So substitutions will now be made, of course. In and out, in and out. 4:30 left to go. Branch in motion. Williams takes a snap. Drops back. He's got some pressure in his face. He's got Aluda. He throws a duck, and it's intercepted. The second interception of the game. Going back. This is almost in the end zone. Xavier Watts with the second pick. And the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are in the red zone. Inside the 10. Wow. At points during this game, Notre Dame and Al Golden have cranked up the heat on Caleb Williams, and he's shown that he's a little bit vulnerable to such. But whatever happened, it looked like it was either a complete duck or a tip. I want to say it was a duck, but throws it out. Maybe a little tip there. Maybe, just maybe. Gabe Rubio was the defensive line. Yep, it was tipped by Gabe Rubio, and the pass was intercepted by Xavier Watts. That's his third interception of the season, the second interception of the game. So a very quick turnaround for this Notre Dame defense now going to the offensive side of the football. So in the I formation with Estime in the backfield, making some maneuvers. They're going to give it to Estime. Audric Estime into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And they are now up 16-3 on their rival USC Trojans. I mean, the defense has played lights out. Lights out. And this is a guy who's projected to go number 1 overall. Much heavy formation. And they put it in the end zone. Beerus pop brownies. I think Shane loves the pop brownies. Don't worry, Alex. The disappointment from them will be wiped tomorrow when the Jets fall against the Eagles. Well, your head coach can't get an injury report, right? Snap is good. The kick is up and it's good. 17-3. 17-3 Notre Dame. Boys throwing picks. Yeah, I'll come back later, y'all. No problem, Jacob. Come on, Caleb. He threw that into double coverage. Caleb Williams just lost the Heisman. Music making me high. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously there's going to be other games this season. We're not done, but Michael Penix has put on a show for Washington. So, Robert Saleh is the absolute worst. He thinks concussion's an illness. Yeah, I mean, just terrible there. Just terrible there. We got 76 votes. Now it's 75. Now it's 76 votes on the poll. I mean, you guys are doing some great stuff tonight. I have to applaud y'all. Seriously, we might have to do these college games more often because it's getting fun. And you know what? With both of our teams sucking, man. I mean, you know, I'm not talking Notre Dame and USC. I'm talking about the Jets and the Giants. We might have to resort to college games a little bit more. USC is trash. The defense is trash, and the O-line is trash. Well, I mean, music make me higher. Are you a Dame fan or are you a USC fan? Just getting your opinion, of course. But no, the defense for USC is not highly ranked. I must say. I mean, you know, in their Pac-12 conference, I got the stats right here. They are 10 out of 12 teams in total yards per game. They are 9th out of 12 teams in passing yards. They're the second worst rushing team in the Pac-12 and the 5th worst points per game team. And they've already given up 17 points to, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, which is not, a historically renowned offense. But Audric Estime, they've been putting it in with and all that sort of good stuff. Dylan Gabriel will win the Heisman. USC fan, and I'm hating it. Well, I don't know what to say. Like, I respect you for being here coming into Notre Dame territory. But Gabriel, yeah, of course, for Oklahoma. I don't know if he'll win the Heisman, though. I feel like there may be other talented guys ahead of him, but listen, we'll definitely come back to this. Yeah, John's right. You gotta get them likes up. We got a lot of poll votes. You gotta get those. We're already at 20, so let's get to 25. Share this out with your friends. Of course, Almighty's clowning John. He goes, "Don't tell us what to do, John." Get to 25 likes. Now let's get to 25. What was the question you're responding who to? Maybe I fell out of context. He's in the book again. SC have never had a shot. Overrated as fuck. Okay, what's up to Disgruntled in the chat? But let me know in terms of who. But USC will get the ball back on the kickoff. It'll probably be Zakarian Branch. And again, this Notre Dame team, they lost. It's funny because they beat USC, when they're at home and stuff, but then they lose to teams like Louisville. And then they lost to Ohio State by a last-second touchdown. I mean, this is what Notre Dame, being a Notre Dame fan, is like. If they win these games, they could actually be good. But, man, it's just they never win the big game. And I hate it, too, because, it's a big social media phenomenon is like, oh, Notre Dame is trash. Oh, they can't win the big game. Oh, this, that, and the other thing. And meanwhile, these fans, they're like, they're opposing fans, and they're not even good colleges that they root for. So that's what pisses me off. But I can't talk because my college doesn't do much of anything, too. Let me get to the comments section. Michael Penix Jr. with the win is the front runner now, but Gabriel has an easier path the rest of the way. Who does Penix remind you of? Is Ice Spice dating Pete Davidson? I don't know, and personally, that wouldn't be in the top of my priorities to find that out. Who does Penix remind you of? I've heard a lot of comparisons. I'll say in a sec. Caleb Williams takes the snap. He looks. He throws deep, and very good coverage downfield. Thomas Harper in coverage. He'll be second down. It's very. I can't say hypothetical. It's stereotypical to say he reminds people of Tua. Obviously, Tua was a better prospect in some areas, but there was a comparison to Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's better than Bridgewater, in my opinion. So I don't really have a comp for him right now. Anyway, Williams takes a snap. Williams looks, fires. This one is caught, and maybe it's about a yard shy of the marker. Mario Williams on the reception, and that'll be maybe about an inch beforehand. So actually, they'll rule it a first down. They're doing some hurry up with about under 4 minutes to go. It'll be a handoff. Williams actually keeps it. He throws it out of bounds, and I don't know what he was doing there. And maybe Notre Dame is motioning for an intentional grounding. I don't think they're going to get it, but it seems like Notre Dame was very quick in the backfield. They just kind of read that a little bit. And it's been mostly options, as Burnt Ballsack in the chat points out. As they're looking at J.D. Bertrand. So it'll be second down. Williams takes a snap. Fake to the running back. Already pressure. Williams has to throw this away. It's intercepted again. Intercepted by Benjamin Morrison. That's the third pick for Notre Dame today. They are making Caleb Williams not look good. Wow. I mean, talk about the worst game that he's had. Maybe in a USC uniform. He's pressured. He throws it off the back foot. And that's just, how do you look at that and say, I'm going to throw that open? Benjamin Morrison comes up with a pick. And his receiver was along the sideline. It's just, I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it. What was the anticipation in that throw? So Notre Dame, once again, will have the football. This is a third turnover. And you could see Mario Williams is just plenty pissed on the sideline. This is his first career game with 3 picks, so Notre Dame is making him look like trash. Wide open down the sideline. Rico Flores Jr. and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are cooking. What the fuck is going on? This is true. Talk about like facts of facts. This is facts. Notre Dame has always been physical, but they never had a creative offensive coordinator. Absolutely. No, there's like no statement about Notre Dame that's more truer than that one. Looking like Dak out here. What the fuck is going on? Offensive line's not giving him any time in front of Joe Shane. Yeah, I mean, listen, Joe Shane's not just scouting Caleb Williams, scouting other guys this game. Flores in motion, fake, Hartman. He's going to run. He's got some room. He's got a first down. Plenty of running there for Sam Hartman and moving the chains once again. Mason Cobb pushed him out of bounds. Sorry, folks. I'm just moving my notes here. But about 2:40 left in this quarter, and it's been a Notre Dame fright fest. Williams just not happy with himself along the sideline. He's probably going to get a good pep talk once they go into the locker room. Estime in the backfield. Takes a snap. Give to Estime. Estime gets more than I thought. Gets the 9. Bring up second down. Damani Jackson on the tackle. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Notre Dame is a solid defense, and the offense is good when we can get in rhythm. Well, I appreciate you being here, Dave, but no, that's 100% true. Is that they've never really had a creative coordinator. They've never really. I'll say it once we're done this play because I have a philosophy that's just it's kind of like the Steelers. It's kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers in my way. But 3 tight end set. They're going to give it to Estime. Pulling out in front is Joe Alt, and is that a touchdown? Pretty close to one. It's at the 1-yard line, but. Excuse me, that was Pat Coogan pulling out from the guard spot. But nonetheless, this Notre Dame offense is moving and grooving. 3 tight end set, 13 personnel. He was pushing his guy a little bit. He's like, hey, block in front for me. But just down at the maybe 1-yard line. And this looks like it's going to be a first time out for USC. Interesting here. Obviously, there's no too many warning in college. Remember when Notre Dame recruit nationals? They always have the talent. True, USC will drop to 25 in the polls. Penix is 23. What in like total rankings? Can Caleb Williams adjust at halftime? I mean, he has to. But my philosophy is this, folks, with Notre Dame, and I've been watching them for a little while. Of course, I'm a Notre Dame fan and whatnot. I'll say this. They're like an old school college, obviously. They got the old, the memories and whatnot. And, but they're kind of like the Steelers in a way where I'm not saying for like championships, but they just haven't adapted to like the new age of offense. And this is the way they do it. Listen, they have success. They've had success tonight because of the turnovers and the defense, but I think they still live by this old mantra that defense wins championships and that the defense has to be the forefront. Hand off to Estime, touchdown, Audric Estime. And Notre Dame, I think you could pretty much call this a starting blowout. It is 23-3. Not looking good. No, age. Oh, he's 23. Oh, my bad on that one. But man, oh man, oh man. But nice blocking up front. And again, they just, I you know what? I'm going to say this right now. I know there's a couple of USC fans in the chat. I kind of feel bad for the defense. I really do. Because, now it's 24-3. They haven't really had much of a shot this game. Like, they did give up that long drive. But Caleb Williams has thrown 3 picks. I mean, if you're a defense and your quarterback's giving up short fields, I don't know what to say. Like, you can't really blame that too much on the defense. I'm not giving them like the most credit in the world, but this is crazy. The smallest player on Notre Dame is like 230. Damn. USC playing like a JV squad. That's what it seems like. Penix ball placement is good. Yeah, no, it is good. It is good. I can tell you that much right now. to tell you that much. But again, this has been a fun game. Like, I know it's a little bit biased, yes, because I'm a Notre Dame fan, but you have to admit, like, I didn't think that Caleb Williams was going to perform like this. I didn't think that. But then again, too, I've been wrong and I've been surprised before. So now we're going to get to see the USC offense. And you got to put up 7 here. If you're going to say that you have a chance, you got to put up 7 before halftime. I think Caleb Williams is trying to do a little too much with the offensive line, just not protecting for him, man. I mean, they're not really protecting for him. Notre Dame and Al Golden really have taken advantage of that. And this is a spiraling kick will go into the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Lincoln Riley has fumbled, another great quarterback. I think that Lincoln is heading to the NFL. I think he's going to stay in college. Like, I think there's possibility with maybe in the next 3 years. And there's always been possibility that he goes up and, obviously gets like a job or, even interviews, but I just don't see him succeeding at the next level. Penix is out like CJ Stroud, really good arm, really good ball placement. Yeah. Listen, I like Penix. I think he's my number 2. I got to watch Drake May more. Damn, Notre Dame is shutting down USC. Yeah, they've gotten pressure home and, all that sort of stuff, man. They've gotten pressure. Caleb Williams thrown 3 picks so far. Williams takes the snap. Short throw over the middle. This is caught at the 33-yard line, and they will try to rush, obviously, to get the line. Taj Washington with the reception. And I believe, I don't know that Caleb Williams has actually been sacked tonight. Maybe once, if that, but just the pressure's been there. Wink Martindale says it best. Pressure breaks pipes. Williams with an empty backfield. Williams pump fakes, throws over the middle. This is caught. First down and more. Solid play right there for the USC offense. That goes to Mario Williams. USC's got 2 timeouts, so they can still navigate. And obviously, the last thing you want to do is kick a field goal. But again, they're moving downfield past the 50. This is going to be a fake. Williams has it, and he slides down at the 42-yard line. About less than 40 seconds to go, and looks like this is going to be a timeout used. Who is it going to be used by? I think it's going to be a USC timeout. I think it's going to be a USC timeout. Yep, second timeout of the game. Sammy D. Luffy says, Caleb gets in trouble with those bums. Caleb needs to use his legs. Well, he did right there. Think about it. 3 turnovers equals 21 points. With them interceptions, the score will be 7-3. Exactly. So, I'm not defending USC's defense, but the way the quarterback has put them in position, it's not good. I don't know why everyone rides the hype train. USC is Caleb and a bunch of plumbers. Dude can't do everything himself. I mean, one of the guys that was really, and of course, I'm not that big of I'm not a USC fan, so I wouldn't know. But one of the guys that, was many were watching this guy coming out is Mario Williams. And when I looked at the depth chart and all this other stuff, I'm like, damn, he isn't even the top 2 leading receiver, which I'm a little surprised. But, obviously they tried getting him involved with the last interception. That throw was intended for Mario Williams, and that just didn't work out, man. Didn't work out. So 39 seconds to go. They'll try to salvage anything with a type of score, whether it's a touchdown and 2 points, a touchdown and a missed field goal, or a field goal in general. But of course, if you're a USC fan, you want to put up 7, so you're down 2 scores. Williams with Marshawn Lloyd in the backfield. They're going to give to Lloyd, and he's got to the 40. J.D. Bertrand on the tackle. I don't know. I don't know if I like that play call. I mean, you're kind of playing a little bit not to lose at this point, and there was another time stoppage. And this is another timeout by Lincoln Riley and the USC Trojans. It's a little interesting here. I mean, you do get a first down, and it does stop the clock, and obviously right in the middle of that is Cliff Kingsbury. But Lincoln Riley has always had a good offense, but no defense. Saw the same at Oklahoma. This loss will go strictly to Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams. This loss will not be blamed on Alex Grinch. Yeah, I have to agree, man. I know Caleb said he would stay in college if he doesn't like the team that drafted him, but USC doesn't have a good roster. Might be best to go pro this year. Yeah, I mean, I don't think like Caleb would play that bad to decrease his draft stock. Like, I still think his talent is better than most in this draft. So he's still a top 5 pick even after this game. They'll choke it up as one bad game, but I mean, I don't know. It just depends, who's in the top 5, who's in the top 3. Williams drops back, looks, fires. This one's caught to the 25-yard line. That's Taj Washington. It looks like they're fighting over the ball. I don't know that they're going to get too much of anywhere with that. And obviously the clock stops with a first down. And then it continues to run once the ball is set. Williams drops back. He's got a 4-man rush. That pocket is closing, and he gets his. He throws it and throws away. So Williams is getting hit a little bit here. He's been pressured all night. Maybe held on to that ball too long. Again, we don't know what the coverage looked like downfield, but it's 2nd down and 10. Maurice Lafau was the one on the pressure. That could have been roughing, actually. But thank God it wasn't. So it does stop the clock. It does stop the clock here. 4 targets to the left. Haven't seen that one. Williams takes a snap, drops back. Pressure coming from the right side. It's a fumble. It's picked up by Caleb Williams, but a sack nonetheless for this Notre Dame defense. And they're going to try to reset the ball. 1 second to go. And there's still some offsides. There's a penalty flag. It's going to be on Notre Dame, but nonetheless, they get to the passer. And Marcus Freeman obviously not happy. But I believe it was Andrew Cross or somebody that got from the right side, and that was the first sack this game. It's probably, again, going to go on Notre Dame. No, it was a timeout, actually. They called the timeout because they knew the defense would not be set in time. So they're going to recharge those 2 minutes. 2 seconds, my bad. The reason I say Lincoln will go to the NFL because he doesn't want to fire his Rat Pack. Yeah, true. Also, yeah, the combine also matters. Also, I'm going to just get the disgruntled comments in a second, but this is an awesome rush from the right side. Let me just pull up my notes here. He's going to beat out Michael Tarquin. Actually, it's not Tarquin playing right tackle. It's actually Mason Murphy, who is a sophomore. But again, just another negative play. Boubacar Traore was the one on the forced fumble and the sack. This is a 48-yard field goal attempt. Snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's going to be 24-6 at half. Notre Dame is up in what people will call a stunner. Caleb Williams is interviewing for the Chicago Bears. Yeah, true. And I'll bring up something else, too. I'm going to get a little sip of water here because, again, if you're USC, do you kick? Field goal go for the end zone? Well, they kicked, so obviously it just tells you where they went there. But I will say this. It can't always revolve around, I don't want to go to this team, right? And I'm not saying Caleb Williams is going to do that. But I will say this. Let's just say you're Caleb Williams, right? And you think that excuse me, my apologies on that one. Give me one. All right. Nonetheless, the interruption. So let's just say you're Caleb Williams. The Bears are first overall. Not saying they will be, but let's just say the Bears are the first overall team. And Caleb Williams is like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go out this year. I'm gonna go and declare. Okay. So what if the Bears actually like Justin Fields and they trade their pick to, say, I don't know, Minnesota? And let's just say for some reason, even though it's a very attractive destination, he doesn't like Minnesota. He says, nah, I don't want to play there. Then you're in a situation where you kind of have to pull an Eli Manning, which is not the best. So, I do think it does when quarterbacks make their decisions and stuff like that, it kind of has to do with the team that is most likely to draft them and whatnot. But let's see what else. The injury risk is too high, and dude is number one material. Even dropping out of the top 10 would cost him millions. For Caleb staying on a bad team, injury risk is too high. Yeah, true. Eli Manning won 2 rings by avoiding the Chargers. That is true. I mean, that's precedented history right there. John Elway did the same thing. Hey, Eli Manning did it. Eli said, I'm not going to the San Diego Chargers. And he didn't. He played for my team in the New York Giants. What's up to Ron in the chat? Dave says the Chicago Bears have a horrible O-line. Williams will have the same problems Justin Fields has. You know what? And what's one thing, too, is I'm not going to discredit anyone like Giants fans who want to tank for Caleb Williams because I'm not going to judge them. I mean, we need a quarterback. But if the Giants don't do the right things, they'll be looking at the Bears O-line next year because I don't think it could get any worse than what the Giants have right now in terms of their O-line. They literally don't have an NFL starter on the O-line, maybe one backup or 2 backups. But, I mean, if Caleb Williams comes in, we have the first overall pick, and, he comes in, he might be looking at a similar situation. Not saying that, obviously, this situation, but, again, Bo Jackson did it. Justin Fields not the problem. I mean, there's plays where, he shows this elite talent, but there's also places like, dude, you don't do that. Chicago has never shown the ability to develop quarterbacks. It'd be smart for Caleb to stay another year, bring Caleb to New York. Caleb Williams' offensive line equals Justin Fields' offensive line. So I guess the only way, the only positives you could see is hey, I'm making money now. I'm not making money off advertising. I'm making off advertising. And also, yeah, I'm making money salary in the NFL as a first overall pick. So I guess that's another outlet, and also just getting the exposures hey, listen, I'm in the NFL now. We got 85 votes on the poll, folks, and we got 25. Let's get there. And also, again, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, do that as well. Maybe we'll do more of these games. We got some new people in the chat, and I really like chatting it up with y'all. So comments, questions, throw them in the chat. But all the attention is great tonight. So let's see what else we got. And Denver isn't much better for Caleb. No, it's not. And I think Russell Wilson didn't do any favors. I'm going to be fair. What Russell Wilson did on Thursday night is a lot to what Caleb Williams is doing tonight. Now, I think Wilson threw 2 picks and Caleb threw 3. And, Denver's defense was not necessarily a high-ranked defense. They were not good coming into the game. But guess what? They didn't necessarily have a choice because most of the time, it was a short field. And every time Kansas City got in the red zone except one, it was a kicked field goal. So, I mean, you just wonder, the Russell Wilson contract and Sean Payton, does he have any, good coaching left in the tank? The Bears are not getting the first pick, my prediction. I don't think it'll be the Bears. I don't think they'll be that bad. Raiders have a chance to get Caleb. I don't think the Raiders would. If I was Mark Davis, and Mark Davis isn't necessarily a smart guy, I wouldn't let Josh McDaniels pick a quarterback. That Raiders team, and we can all refer to our buddy Disgruntled in the chat. I would not let him pick a quarterback. Number 1 pick comes down to Giants, Broncos, Bears. Again, Notre Dame, development of players is great. USC, not a great developer since Pete Carroll left. And you always have that whole stigma of just like Ohio State quarterbacks, those USC quarterbacks. And, you look at what's his face. I'm not saying Notre Dame has this great history of quarterbacks, man. But you have Sam Darnold, Mark Sanchez. Those are some names that, the USC quarterbacks, that's the stigma. Need Carolina to win some games. Yeah, right, because they do have the Bears pick. Raiders would probably pick the worst QB available. I mean, Dave Ziegler. Get him into you. Yep. Raiders win too many games to get a top pick. Mediocrity is its own slice of hell. Yeah, I mean, listen, look, I know the Giants are bad enough to where they're going to lose games and stuff like that, but I think the Raiders will win more games than most people want them to win. Caleb is a product of Oklahoma, right? And he will still be a product of Lincoln Riley. So, obviously, say what you will. I've been watching Caleb since his days at Oklahoma. Even it was after what's the idiot that left? Spencer Rattler. After he left and Caleb took over, I'm like, this guy looks pretty good, and I want to see what he does at USC. And then I saw a couple games last year, and obviously I've been watching what I can of USC to see what he looks like. And this game we're getting a full glimpse, but it's not a good glimpse because guess what? He's been throwing the picks. He's been throwing the picks, but I might as well give you guys some stats while we're at it. Caleb Williams, 13 of 22, 3 picks, 115 yards. Sam Hartman, 6 of 10, 60 yards and a touchdown. So they again short field, haven't really had to do much. Caleb Williams was the lead rusher for the Trojans, 6 carries, 20 yards. But if you want to look at like 1 yard rush guys and most yards per carry, you're looking at Zakari and Branch. It's not really been through the running game. It really hasn't. The wide receiver end arounds and the trick plays, that's what's done it. Audric Estime, 9 carries, 40 yards, 4.4 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Mario Williams is the lead receiver at 3 catches, 34 yards. Taj Washington, 3 catches, 28 yards. Rico Flores has 1 reception. And what's funny is he's spread the ball. He's passed it 6 times, 10 attempts, and it's all been to 6 receivers. It's not been, to this guy, to that guy, whatever. Flores, Tyree, Faison, and then, quarterback hits, they don't track here. I think that's a little dumb, but they have 1 sack, which came from Boubacar Traore, pretty much at the end of the half. Xavier Watts, 2 interceptions. They say 1, but it's really 2 interceptions, and then also 1 by Benjamin Morrison. Let's see what else we got here, but we also got Luca back. How much? So can I ask you? Let me ask you a question. You're on mute right now. But how many Caleb Williams picks were you here for?
I saw only the one with Xavier Watts in the first quarter. I know he's thrown 3.
Yes, so he threw 1 to Xavier Watts again, and that got inside the 5. He also threw 1 to Benjamin Morrison off the back foot. So
he's looked that bad?
He's looked terrible. Just imagine if Notre Dame had a Caleb Williams, Shedeur Sanders, Drake May, or Michael Penix Jr. Notre Dame would be the top 1 team in the nation. They're as physical as Georgia. Yeah, and look, Hartman is a pocket passer. He's no mobile quarterback. He's not, this Caleb Williams type. He's not a Penix type, and Penix is more of a pocket passer too. But like the quarterbacks they've had over the years are just straight up fucking garbage. Like Drew Pye.
Ian Book was good, but obviously with I know Music Meme I just mentioned like the guys like Shedeur Sanders and all that. Obviously, they're like projected obviously to be early round picks, like first round picks, obviously, but you never see that. You rarely see that with the Notre Dame quarterback. I mean, the last one that was drafted as high as possible, I think it was in the second round, was DeShone Kizer, and he did not last. So. Right. You have that, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The way Notre Dame is playing right now, it makes me mad, and I'll tell you why. Because if we had beaten Louisville or Ohio State, we would have 1 loss on the radar, and we would still be in playoff contention.
Right.
It just shows how a team can beat themselves.
Disgruntled says, this year's QB class feels overinflated, hard to parse. Fact from fiction with the amount of noise each QB has around them. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Penix has definitely shown his worth. Shedeur Sanders has definitely had a couple of hiccups, and a lot of people saying, they're not really ranking him as high. Hartman, I mean, he's not a first-round talent, and he's coming out as a 5th-year quarterback. Who else is coming out this year? Tyler Van Dyke, not a first-round quarterback.
Nix.
So, Bo Nix, he's not a first-rounder.
Jordan Travis,
he could be 1st to 2nd, maybe 3rd. What QB do you think Shane and Dable would like given the choice? Someone who could throw the deep ball, the quick passes to. They want a slinger, and when I say slinger, they probably want Michael Penix. My personal opinion.
I mean, it would be the first time the Giants would draft the lefty quarterback.
Yeah, I mean the last lefty the Giants had was rest in peace Jared Lorenzen. So Hartman is good. Is a solid college QB, not a great QB. Yeah, exactly. Besides Joe Montana, wasn't Brady
late first round.
Yep. Rick Murr, he was a
Meyer,
Meyer, excuse me. Harmon is a day 3 QB, could be a serviceable.
Meyer sucks with the Jets. He used to be. He
I
wasn't
didn't even
drafted
know
by
he
the
was a
Jets.
Jet.
Yeah, he was drafted by, I believe it was Seattle in the early 90s. He went around. He got thrown around a bit. He was the Jets' backup quarterback in 99. Vinny Testaverde got hurt. Meyer sucked for the first couple of games, and then they finally inserted Ray Lucas, and Ray Lucas was good enough, but unfortunately they stuck too long with what's his name? Ron Meyer.
Right. So we got 2 more comments. 2 new people. Louisville beat Notre Dame, but they are losing to Pittsburgh.
Why are they losing to Pittsburgh? Why? Because I have Louisville -7. They should be winning that game. Just saying.
Cassie Coleman says they always hype up the Pac-12, but they're overrated. The defense is not there. Oregon got one of the best defenses in the Pac-12, but teams always put points on them. And also the Pac-12 is collapsing as we speak, which I think is a damn mistake. I think the last lefty QB the Jets had was Michael Vick.
I was talking about more of a draft pick. I don't remember the Jets ever drafting a lefty.
I don't care what hand he uses to be quarterback. I want a QB that can bring some respect back to my Giants. We've been a laughingstock for too long.
Exactly. Guy who could bring winning.
No, is Sanders declaring for the draft this year, or is he stuck in college? He could stay in college one more year if he wants to.
I think Caleb.
He already said he's not going. Or I think that was the assumption.
I think Caleb Williams could do the same if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Caleb Williams doesn't have to come out. The way folks are talking, there's a bunch of good QBs coming out this year and supposedly next year too. So basically, they're saying every team will have a real good QB by 2025. Okay, folks, here's a lesson, and this kind of goes to Afghanistan disgruntled's point. Just because there's a lot of quarterbacks that people know names of doesn't mean that they're good.
That's true.
I'm not ripping anyone here, but everybody's like touting this great class. And I know the real first one to talk about this, at least on our show, was Brian. Like he was talking about all those quarterbacks. And you know what? I will give him credit. Not that he said this guy was like, an under or the first overall pick or whatnot, but he brought the name Shedeur Sanders to the show. So
that's true. Can I also say that, like, you think of the stacked quarterback classes in the past, you go with 2018. What did that become? It was Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are the only guys who survived. I mean, Baker Mayfield's a fringe starter. He's obviously playing well for Tampa right now. You go back to 2021. The only good quarterback was Trevor Lawrence, and he even had his hiccups. Obviously, Zach Wilson sucks. Mac Jones sucks. Justin Fields is not much of anything. Maybe I'm forgetting another quarterback, but there's been plenty of stacked draft classes that have just not worked out.
Yeah. It's about development too. Meyer was a good rookie. Was good his rookie year. Then the NFL made him throw to the other side of the field, and he couldn't do it. If Caleb can bring USC back again, he is the number 1 pick without a doubt. No, absolutely. If he can come back this game, then yes. And you know how pissed I would be, not for Caleb Williams, but you know how pissed I would be as a Dame fan if they came back.
Oh yeah, we'd
all be. Sanders is coming back. He'll get millions in NIL. Caleb is entering the draft. He'll be number 1 overall.
Yeah, he could possibly stay back.
Says, can Caleb Williams handle the pressure? Is this what we'll see if the Giants drafted him? Because the O-line sucks, and so does the USC O-line. But also both O-line suck. So that's still the point. He's going to be a prima donna and going to be in the NFL, pain in the ass. I hope not, but I mean, of course, I wouldn't care if he's on like another team, but we would have to play him well. No, I know it's just a fact. Sometimes even the QBs you don't think are good are the good QBs. Jalen Hurts is an example. The Notre Dame is not a shocker. USC is a wet paper bag. The shocker is Stanford beating Colorado last night. Yeah, that one was a big shocker. I'm just going to get my water real quick, so if you want to respond to some of the other stuff.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'm going to look at some of the USC opponents that they've faced in the past couple of games. Obviously, faced Colorado. They
hyping up Zach Wilson.
Wait, who? What?
I said it's in the comments is hyping up Zach Wilson.
Let's not do that, please. Let's not do that. I mean, I hope he comes out of his shell, but against the Eagles, I just don't see it. I mean, their pass, it all depends on him because the Eagles have one of the worst pass defenses across the NFL. They have one of the worst red zone defenses across the NFL. It's all on him. It's all on coaching at the end of the day. But to look at some of USC's opponents this year, San Jose State, they beat him 56-28. Nevada, 66-14. They beat Stanford 56-10. They beat Arizona State 42-28. They beat Colorado 48-41. They barely beat Arizona 43-41. And now they're down to Notre Dame. So you don't really see a lot of legitimate opponents on there. I could be wrong.
Wampak says will put money on the fact that Caleb Williams will enter the draft. Let's see.
Was
Music. I like this comment from Music Maybe High. Are you guys two brothers? So that's dope. Sports argument must be a blast. Yeah, we're twins. And we do a lot of different shows on this podcast together. Also with Angry John, aka John D'Amico, in the chat. And yeah, man. I mean, listen. That's been brought up to my attention before. You know, all that stuff. We're the only team we disagree on, I believe, is the Jets. And the Giants, so
Alex, the Giants fan. I'm obviously the Jet fan.
Yeah. See, Zach Wilson will come out of his shell tomorrow. He will surprise everyone.
Listen, I hope so, but I just don't think it will happen.
I don't care. I just want Jabel and Shane to get the guy they want and they believe in, because it's clear to me they don't believe in Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is intermediate. I even brought that up as a part of last year. The intermediate stuff. Everything is so intermediate.
Yeah. Yeah. No long developing plays.
Oh my God. That's
Luca, the Rangers cannot buy a goal. So they can't score again.
Yeah. So much for
actually twins. I thought it, but wasn't sure. But yeah, yeah.
So much for John telling me that the Rangers, were playing a bad team tonight. But everybody has their clunkers, especially early in the season.
Well, the Jets have a bad football field. MetLife is the worst piece of shit to ever be invented.
Listen, only if the Jets can move back to Queens.
And folks, we got 26 likes. Let's get to 30. We got 92 votes on the poll. I mean,
disgruntled USC head coach is an overrated bum. Well, he didn't really win a lot at Oklahoma, meaning Lincoln Riley. So that's just a fair point.
Feed the ball to Hall and Wilson. You're only saying that because he's on the fantasy team of yours.
Right, but the point here is that Breece Hall is going to be going against one of the best top 4 run defenses in all of football. So he's likely going to be facing A, loaded box, and B, a defensive vaunted front. And feeding the ball to Garrett Wilson, I absolutely would do that. I don't know if Bradbury's playing, but obviously Darius Slay's, out.
I know Jalen Carter too, so. And also your secondary is out, so everybody start Jets wide receivers if you're in fantasy. And I'm pretty sure we'll be touching on that. We're not going to touch on the game in too specific tomorrow. But for fantasy, I bet John's going to throw out every Eagles wide receiver. You'll need to start them tomorrow, which is literally what I'm doing right now.
You could probably hit the over on Jalen Hurts' passing yards.
Yeah, so over 300. He's not going to hit over 300, but I don't think it'll be that bad. We need Pete Carroll back for USC. Yeah, I mean, they haven't had a successful coach since then. Jalen Carter is out tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I already start Dallas Goedert. Hopefully he has a good day against those Jet linebackers.
I hope he doesn't, but
let's see. What else? I know I have AJ Brown on a separate team. Let's see what else we got here. What else we got? Yeah, Garrett Wilson. He's already in there. I could have swore I had AJ Brown.
Feeds him the football. That's if they the game plan against Kansas City was very good, where they featured Garrett Wilson early. Will they do that again? I don't know. They didn't do it last week.
So I'm going to make a transition where I start Matt Stafford instead of Joe Burrow. I mean, I don't know because Seattle's been Cincinnati's been more vulnerable.
I mean, he's coming off an excellent performance.
USC and Pete Carroll struck fear into college football. That's why he was told.
Yeah, they won a national championship.
Right. I hope the Jets win. We need the Birds to be humbled.
I would listen. I don't remember. I'll be honest. I don't remember one instance of the Jets being an undefeated team. However, we've lost to multiple teams without 0 wins. I can name all the names. Cincinnati last year, New England this year.
Cincinnati, how many years ago?
Yes, Cincinnati 2019, the Dolphins 2019. I could go on and on. I've never seen them really beat an undefeated team.
I'm just getting my notes all together here.
Don't anybody get concussion? Robert Saleh will think it's the new bird flu.
I mean, it's true. If you want to go to the rest of the comments, I've taken.
Yeah, of course. Almighty, I'd stick with Stroud. Should I start Burrow or stick with Stroud? Burrow is coming off a really good
Seattle.
performance against Cincinnati, but I'm a little skeptical of what he can do against Seattle. Not that Seattle's an absolute hallmark defense, but you want to see him put it up 2 weeks in a row before he can get confident starting him again.
Kick is away. We're here in the second half, and the kick will be taken out from the 5 and to the 22-yard line. Devin Ford on the return. Let's see. Music make me high. I feel bad for the Jets. If I was the Jets, which QB would you trade for?
There are certain people mocking Kirk Cousins to the Jets, but I don't see that. There's not really a quarterback you can trade for right now, but that was their own Jets' fault. That was their own fault.
Disgruntled says that the Jets will make the playoffs.
I hope. Listen, it can't be. I see the score update. Before this play, the Jets cannot be mediocre this year.
Let me put on Gamecast. Better yet. Man in motion. That's Flores. Fake. Hartman throws this one. Oh, that's he had the flat open on the boot action, but incomplete. I think he took a little bit too much of a risk there, threw in coverage. That's just my opinion, but I saw he had the flat open. Yeah, just intended for the tight end Mitchell Evans.
I don't think that was Evans that time, but yeah, the tight end was open. Oh, Evans was the one trying to catch the ball, but that was also underthrown.
And it looks like he's down.
Shit. That's losing your top tight end.
Christian Roland Wallace was in on the deflection, who had a pass deflection earlier in the game, too. Let's see, take DJ, please.
No thanks.
Seattle's not a phenomenal defense. We made them look that way. Yeah, they look like Super Bowl caliber defense. It's going to be Zach Wilson. We don't want him anymore. DJ to the Jets. Saints got a good defense, though. I don't know how Stroud going to do. That's definitely a good point. But I think it looks like Marcus Freeman wasn't very happy heading to the half. I mean, your team's up 24-6, so I think you should be happy enough. But anyway, if he's holding this team to a high standard, sure. But it looks like Mitchell Evans is walking off on his own power, which is a good thing.
I'm pissed because Louisville's quarterback decided to throw an interception.
Yep. It looks like Luca won't be winning that bet. Don't you ever learn?
No, I do. But John, with the facts, he actually suggested this bet to me today, so I'm not blaming him entirely. Pitt has never covered the spread A, B, Louisville's 5-0.
A little bit of a high throw, and this is caught. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Not the position you want yourself in if you're Notre Dame.
Notre Dame?
I was about to say Notre Dame is like Notre Dame.
Holden Stays was in on the catch, so it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Two receivers right, including Greathouse and Tyree. One tight end in the game. Hartman looks, fires. Oh, just off the hands of Styes again.
That's a little high, though. In my opinion, that's a high throw, but USC gets off the field defensively.
So it looks like another punt. Stupid Gamecast.
Use me high says, let me get back to these beer and liquor. This has been very interesting. What other sports do you guys talk about? Well, we talk baseball, obviously, and we'll do playoffs for Monday. We're Yankee fans here, except for Johnny's a Met fan. Basketball is obviously a big thing with us. We're going to do some streams, plenty of streams next for the season for the Knicks, maybe some.
It's a fumble, and it's recovered by Branch. At least that looks like that for the moment.
Oh, geez. That was right there in plain view for Notre Dame to pick up, but USC is going to have the ball around the 30-yard line, and somebody just threw their mouth guard.
Yeah. But we do a lot of different things here. Music make me high. I'm not going to say – well, I'll say good game in terms of – because I know he says that the game is over.
I don't think the game is over.
I don't think it's over because Notre Dame –
Don't underestimate Notre Dame to choke a game away.
But definitely subscribe and definitely come back, man. We had fun chatting it up. Morgan Freeman is focused. He knows it's a long game. Notre Dame needs to run the ball second half. Caleb Williams will rally. Any college fans see that kid Keon Coleman out of Florida State? I know Jacob was actually mentioning him a little earlier.
Help catch.
So I'm going to switch my notes.
Thank you, Disgruntled, for mentioning my key point.
Which was?
He says, don't drink and drive, folks. Absolutely, don't drink and drive.
Well, he knows where he gets that from. Anyway, Caleb Williams back on the field after a rough first half. Williams drops back. Now this one's a little high, incomplete.
Yeah, they're air mailing these throws a little bit. Music Maybe High says he's also a Yankees fan. Braves and Dodgers, the choke artists. Yep.
Definitely subscribe then. There's trust me, there's gonna be a good portion of Yankee content coming on here.
The Dodgers choke every single year. They're my second favorite team, but they choke every single year.
That's intended for Brendan Rice. Williams takes a snap. Fake. This is wow. What a play by Benjamin Morrison. Stop on Mario.
I mean, what are you doing if you're USC? Why not attack downfield? I mean, what is with these screenplays? You already had the pass play for nothing because of the incompletion. Now you just revert to I mean, what is the play call? What are we doing here? Not that I really care, but I'm just saying.
Third down and long situation. 3rd down and 14. You could see the rush is definitely looking to conquer this O-line.
Looks like they're going to run 5-man probably.
Caleb Williams gets a check down. Oh, nearly intercepted. Just off the hands of Jalen Sneed, and it's going to be another punt for USC.
Yep, that's not an ideal drive if you're USC.
Oi.
John says, Atlanta sucks. Do the Dodgers blow it up? I don't think so yet. They haven't fired their manager. They haven't really geared towards one. Max says, let's hope the Knicks. All right, go ahead.
Tyree's back there at the 24, and he'll try to shake out a tackle. Gets maybe about 2 yards on the return.
Max Castro says, let's hope the Knicks give us something to cheer about since the Giants have been nothing but depressing. Let's see, man. Let's see. There's a lot that goes into it. It's going to be a fun season. I hope so.
Dave Roberts should be fired into the sun.
He's Aaron Boone, but in a Dodger uniform.
Is this the Giants offense? It looks like the Giants offense. Watching the Knicks game right now. Okay. I care Caleb Williams are seeing ghosts. It's almost Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Oh, that might be a USC trend.
That's right. I mean, I don't remember time Mark Sanchez quoted as seeing ghosts, but Sammy, yes.
Dave Roberts is more appreciated by the rest of the NL. Yep.
Because the NL just laugh at him.
It's literally every year. It's like that Simpsons meme where the old guy comes in, he puts this thing on the rack, and then he picks it up.
He has hat on the rack, and then he walks out.
Notre Dame needs to run the ball more, bleed the clock into the 4th quarter. Yeah, I mean, they got to be a little bit more creative with that, but they've been successful running with the estimate. And again, you look at the stats, it's like not too many yards on the offense for Notre Dame because they've been put in like short field situation. But Sam Darnold, fucking idiots. Who's the idiot this time? Rangers?
I'm assuming he's talking about the Rangers because there's no way he's watched the preseason game.
Yeah. 94 votes so far on the poll, guys. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe to all the good stuff. Also, because I didn't do this during halftime, I might as well do it now. We are sponsored by SeatGeek, so if you're going to a college game, if you're going to a ball game of any type, you need parking passes, or you're going to a concert, you get $20 off your entire ticket order on SeatGeek with the promo code Big Blue in the Bronx. George Steinbrenner is rolling in his grave. I don't know what the kids Steinbrenners are doing. Thank you. I'm glad that Music Make Me High is not a goober Yankee fan. He's actually one of the people that actually understands baseball. You at least want a 5-minute drive here. Oh, don't show me what's going to happen tomorrow night, NBC. Come on.
Tyrod. Well, you can't show the quarterback because it's Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah. I was 5-2. Blue Jackets game over. Watching this, Michael Penix might be my quarterback. Yeah, I mean, I've shouted him out since the beginning. My buddies that are San Francisco Giant fans love Dave Roberts.
Of course. Of course.
How could you not? I mean, he's done such a great job for the other team. So, Notre Dame back on offense after what seemed to be a 2-yard return from Chris Tyree.
I'm explain something in a second.
Snap. Hartman gets this one out, and not too much there. Maybe about 1.5 yard gain by facing.
But somebody mentioned on Twitter, obviously Caleb Williams throwing the interception. Somebody says, man said he only go to 5 teams and make more money in college, but he got to hit himself before facing real competition, having less than 2 hours to sit in the pocket. You know what? I'll let you call the play, and I want to mention something on that.
So facing will go out wide to the left again. 2nd down and 9. Looks like they're trying to get some other receivers involved. He's done a good job of spreading the ball out. This is a carry, and maybe to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd.
But you talk about these quarterbacks, right? What kind of competition they face? Zach Wilson
developing plays.
No, I don't care about those long developing plays. Zach Wilson in the Mountain West Conference or the Independent Conference, BYU, Josh Allen, Wyoming, all these different, again, because it's a longer point that I have to mention, so I'll just wait till commercial.
3rd down and 5, 11:49 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Hartman takes the snap, looks, fires over to his running back. That's a nice tackle on the USC defensive side of the ball by Miller Moss.
Wow, good play.
Sophomore. It's 4th down.
3 and out for both teams, so USC will get the ball back. They're getting chances, but not capitalizing.
Tyrod revenge game. I still want Caleb. Not even a Yankees fan. It upsets me how Steinbrenner Jr. ruined the Yankees.
Is it the first time that actually Tyrod's – I mean, I don't know this for a fact. Is it the first time Tyrod's coming back in as a starter to play against the Bills?
I believe it's possible. He didn't do that with the Browns.
I don't know.
Branch on the return past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, past the 40 to the 42. So nice return by Zacharian Branch. Gets some solid field position for USC. What's up to Sox in the chat? I wouldn't be surprised if Tyra has a good game. With that being said, I also wouldn't be surprised if Tommy DeVito gets to play his first NFL game.
Is he probably going to be elevated, right?
You're saying?
He's probably going to be elevated, right, DeVito?
Yeah, DeVito was already elevated.
Okay. But the point I was going to make about the competition, the quarterbacks, I brought up Zach Wilson. I brought up Josh Allen. You bring up Carson Wentz from North Dakota State. Like, all these, like, they talk about how the smaller colleges don't face competition, but I think that's even a problem with the bigger colleges, right? I mentioned USC's opponents. They were not at all impressive. I mentioned Arizona. I mentioned Nevada. Colorado was like a good team coming in, but it's another thing, you thrive off of bad schedule. That's the problem with college football. You have these elite teams. You don't really know who's elite until you face the elite teams because you face crappy opponents. Like Alabama could face Mercer, and they could be Mercer, Citadel, North. I don't know. I'm just going to make up a college, Alabama State. Like, they could face these really crappy teams, have a really good record, and then they face an elite competition team, and then they just fall down on their knees. But that's the thing with quarterbacks, too. Like, Sam Darnold, I think, he obviously had a very good college season prior to being drafted. He struggled against Notre Dame. He struggled and he lost. So, it's not a concern just for the small guys. It's for the big guys, too.
Right. To go to the chat, let's see. I bet we'll see DeVito before the game is over. It's possible if the game is like, maybe it's a blowout. They'll probably throw DeVito in for some snaps. By the way, baseball fans, I'm calling it. We see a rematch for the World Series. I actually have that opinion as well. John in the corner of his room crying because the Rangers got smoked. He says, Almighty, I had to turn off the game and hide my TV remote so I don't break it. Not saying this will happen, but let's say Tyrod completely dominates. Jones ends up needing another week off, then Tyrod dominates again, 2 wins in a row. What do you do with QB? Well, there's 2 ways you could go about it, Sox. Is you could start the one who's better, and that, in case, would be Tyrod. Or you could say Daniel Jones, because maybe we'll tank the rest of the season and just play out $40 million. Disgruntled thinks it'll be Texas versus Philly. Rangers Phillies World Series. I called it from the start. It says DeVito will take over the starting QB position. DJ's neck isn't good, and he's not taking chances with these clowns on the O-line. They're a bunch of clowns. Dirty and cheap, like a bunch of clowns. But we're going to get to see this Caleb Williams offense once again that has been shut down most of the game.
Louisville is making me angry. This is like the same bet, a similar bet I had to what was it, Texas and Oklahoma last week. I was pissed because I lost that one.
First down and 10, empty set for Caleb Williams. He'll take the snap. 4-man rush. Fires over. There's a flag on the field, and this is caught close to a first down. We'll see what the flag is. Taj Washington with the reception.
Maurice Taliufau, and it's going to be pass interference, I think, against the offense.
Yeah, it's going to go against Mario Williams.
Try to run a pick play, but I guess went too far downfield or whatever.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. It's a crosser. But, yeah, I see where they're coming from in this. It's a good call because Mario Williams is not even – you can't do that. It's like he's not even set up like
he's 4 yards downfield blocking.
Well, it's not even blocking. It's just like he's not looking like a receiver.
Right. He wasn't running his route. The pass wasn't even thrown yet.
Right. Marshawn Lloyd out as a receiver to the top of your screen. Williams takes the snap. 4-man rush. Williams got some pressure in his face. He's going to heave it downfield, and there's going to be multiple flags flying on Benjamin Morris.
Yep. He got his hands on him way early, and that's now going to give.
He didn't even need to because I don't think that ball would have been caught, but again, that's pass interference.
Not disciplined by Notre Dame whatsoever. And yep,
Clowns and burger flippers. That's true. I believe Brendan Rice was the beneficiary of the penalty. So are you completely out on DJ? I can't make up my mind. He's not the future quarterback. Obviously they're going to keep, not that everything is his fault, Sox. I'm saying that, the O-line shit. I think some of the play calling is trash, but he's damaged goods. And I think you need to go to another quarterback and just strip the offense and a little bit of the defense down. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Williams takes a snap. And it looks like they're going to do a little toss play, and Branch has it. He's cutting to the outside. It's going to end up being a 2-yard loss.
They're getting too cute with this one. I like the creativity, but you need to be passing the ball. You need to be passing the ball. And to mention, not that I'm going to say I was right here, but the team had the Giants had a modified ceiling prior to the season, in my opinion, and overall with the quarterback that they have.
Right, they were not winning 13 games. Max was 10, and that was my opinion. Second down to 10. Williams takes the snap, throws a curl to the outside. This is caught, and Benjamin Morrison pushes him out of bounds. It's going to move the chains, and a first down for USC.
Poor job of tackling, but I'll say this.
Finger on the catch.
I think USC has not USC, I'm sorry. Louisville has the ball at around their own 40. They're down 10 points with 6:57 to play, and I hope they take it to overtime because that's obviously doable.
Marshawn Lloyd, actually, Williams keeps it. He's going to get sacked. Not a good play by Caleb Williams there.
He stood in the pocket way too long. Must have not. He looked to his first read, then his second, and it was the time he got off his first read. All defenders were already attacking him, so not great awareness there by Caleb. Is going to be third down and long.
Second sack by this Notre Dame defense. It's going to go to Nana Asafo-Mensah, who is a fifth-year man from the state of Texas. So it'll be second down and 22.
The receiver got knocked down by the ref.
Interesting. Williams has got it. Throws wide open, middle of the field. This is caught, and the helmet flies off. But a first down again. This is to Lake McCree, who gets his first catch of the game.
I mean, that was just a busted coverage over the middle. I'm assuming they're going to they ran the zone. But great pocket presence there by Williams. Over the head of Bertrand. And the hits come in between.
35-yard line. That's where the USC Trojans are. Branch in motion. They're going to keep it with Williams. Missed tackle there. Missed opportunity is just going to slide. Could have been deadly, but Junior Tuialamaka was the one in the backfield early.
So many of these Hawaiian names, both between Notre Dame and USC, that's something they have in common.
Right.
All right, now
why Notre Dame was winning. Luca bet on USC.
I do not bet on my own teams, and I do not bet against my own teams. I will never bet in any of the game with my own teams. Never.
Williams with a toss to the 20, to the 10, touchdown USC.
My goodness, he had a wide open hole.
Touchdown on the season.
Great blocking downfield, but Notre Dame just had no chance. I mean, I think they tried to ran maybe they got the defense to bite on the right side, but it was a great toss to the left. So you can see the defense mostly stacked on the right side. Williams obviously in shotgun is going to
he's a bad angle of that.
That's a bad angle by Bertrand, and great blocking downfield that time by the tight end Lake McRae. But now you got USC's back in the game because of that one play. But just terrible angles.
Kick is good. It is 24-13. Sock says, I think generally you could go somewhere else and succeed. That would piss me off. Daniel Jones is like feeble. Yesterday's news and a burger flipper. Old man Brad, good to hear from you. Not everything is his fault, but he isn't the solution either. He's in his 5th year. At some point, you can't keep making excuses, which is why I'm done with him.
He's an unknown.
Did you finish your nap? USC will win this game, Lonnie says. I hope not, but listen, if they do, we'll come back to your comment. Looks like DJ right there. It's only lunchtime, feeble. There's plenty of time. Yeah, why does John always have to say nap time when Brad's having lunch?
He's got to keep track of times.
I'll do an impression of the Rangers and sleep on the job. Damn, I don't like the college football camera angle. It's zoomed out. So we got like a stream high, channel high history in terms of votes. We got over 100. So definitely get those likes up, folks. Luca has decided to have a chow because he needs his afternoon nap. It's an entertaining game nonetheless, and we got, 7:30 left to play here in the third? So
a lot can happen.
A lot can happen.
And now Louisville is continuously disappointing me because fourth and six
still losing.
Yeah, by 10. 4th and 6, they go for it, and then the dumbass quarterback Aiden Plummer throws an incomplete pass. I'm sorry, it was Jack Plummer.
And this is related to Jake Plummer? Probably not.
I don't think they're related. I checked that out earlier.
Yeah. And Plummer's basically not in the public eye anymore. So Notre Dame probably needs to come out on this drive and just either score or take up some clock. Pretty much what got them down the field was that Benjamin Morrison pass interference penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just mixing up my notes here. Y'all got questions? Y'all got comments? Put them in the chat, folks. We don't bite. Maybe Luca does, but I don't. But tomorrow, once again, Rise and Rush podcast at 9:30 a.m. Fantasy advice, betting advice, and game previews. And then also as well, we got some other stuff for you guys. Monday we'll have the show. Boys in the Gap, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, maybe we'll get Luca's thoughts on the game. See what happens with the Jets and Robert Saleh.
We'll see.
What is he? What type of coach is he?
I don't even know. There's so many words I could use to describe.
There's a C, though.
Yeah, but I'm keeping myself professional.
Okay. All right. He goes away from the 10-yard line, past the 20, past the 30, past to the 32. A little bit of a extra push and some shit talk after the play. Devin Ford with the return. I know John will probably go off in the chat. Yep, doormat. Sal's a doormat. Yes, we're both Irish fans. Max
Louis
said,
Rose.
so if you're twins, what made you guys pick different football teams? Well, it was really me because I'm the only Giant fan in my family. Hey, Feeble, is it true that Camp Break Stories felt sorry for you when they employed you? Damn. So he's going. So he's talking. I guess he's talking about the CBS thing. First down and 10. Looks like they got their tight end Mitchell Evans back in the game, and Audric Estime with a good carry to about the 39-yard line.
Tackle made that time by Mason Cobb, the middle linebacker, also number 13.
So the last 3 games, they've targeted Evans and have had more success completion-wise than targeting any other wide receiver on the team. So, again, Notre Dame tight ends should not be a rarity to anybody. Evans in motion. Takes a snap. Estime with the carry. Estime, he's got the first. Nice push.
Good job there. A little resistance, or I should say persistence personified, as Walt Clyde Frazier likes to say, just moving through the offensive line.
Sal needs a class in understanding. Brad is the new Salah. What's the spread in the over-under, Luca?
I don't know what the spread is going into this game.
You could look bottom left of the Gamecast.
Okay, got you.
But about 6 minutes left to go. They're going to hand it off to Estime again, and he's got about maybe 2 yards. They were ready for him. Be second down.
Okay, the original spread on this game per ESPN was Notre Dame by 3, and the over-under was 61.
Looks like we're hitting the under right now.
Yes, Sirski. And Notre Dame.
I didn't even think though that would be like that. This would be an offensive game. Like maybe Caleb Williams from that aspect, but I didn't think Notre Dame was going to put up like 40 points. So Devin Ford comes in as the back. 2 tight ends set. Hartman looks, fires over the middle. He's got his tight end again. And that'll be about to the 47-yard line for Mitchell Evans, and that's a first down.
And now they're driving on USC's defense.
Talking about the long developing plays.
That really wasn't long developing.
Still be first down and 10. Just drain some clock here. Just under 5 to go. Hartman under center. Man in motion. Takes a snap. Give to Estime, and they are right there to treat him.
Number 92.
Bars. Transfer from Arizona on the tackle.
Let me see this.
What's this?
I was looking at the Louisville game.
How much money did you lose?
$5. Which is the typical. I always bet the minimum. I never try to go overboard unless I really am confident in a certain bet. But looks like I'm going to lose this one.
Pressure on Hartman going deep. This is caught. Chris Tyree, touchdown. Notre Dame.
There we go. Yes, sir. Let's go. They continue to extend the lead. The
linebacker, Jalen Smith in coverage.
Nice little deep ball there by Hartman. Hits Tyree in stride. And now you're potentially going to be up 18 on number 10 USC.
Yep.
Watch the play. Hartman shotgun with Estime next to him. You got the tight end, Evans to the left. Nice good pocket presence. And it's just a deep crosser. Great job by Tyree in the route running.
Post, but yeah.
More of a post. But just beats a one-on-one, pure speed.
And it's 31-13. And if you're a Notre Dame fan, you kind of have the right to be mad because they didn't show up like this against.
If they showed up against Louisville or Ohio State like this, we could be. If they did show up against either teams, we could still be in the playoffs.
Right. Going into the draft, what are the 5 biggest needs?
Jeez,
for both teams.
Right, we're already talking draft. I mean, our season isn't officially over.
How about this? Entire Giants offensive tackle, guard, edge, quarterback, tackle, edge, guard, quarterback, safety. How about that?
I think we need.
Sox has a lot going on, I think, in his life at the moment. But again, whenever Sox is free, he can come on. When did Sauce get hurt? First hearing about it today.
Well, Jets mess. Sauce was questionable yesterday with an illness designation. Illness. Robert Salas said he would be fine. And then today, he is now ruled out with a concussion. So, yeah.
Exactly. Brad going at the feeble. Get rid of Grinch, please. He's talking about the defensive coordinator. Now, this drive you could generally blame on the defense.
Yeah, you got
Williams did not give it up. So, at least for the Giants, it feels over. Yeah, true that. Folks, we're 5 likes away. Let's get to 30 likes. Yeah, 30 likes. Yeah, just a lot of USC fans pissed off with Alex Grinch, the defensive coordinator. I leave, and Notre Dame scores a passing touchdown. Has anyone noticed that Sam Hartman jersey is not dirty? USC has not gotten one sack.
That's true.
But music made me high. They did score a touchdown, USC. So, Justice Mess says, no, he was replying to Justice Mess. He goes, you didn't hear from Coach Dormat. Oh, where do I begin? This clown is the absolute worst.
I have a feeling John might go off tomorrow.
Either tomorrow or Monday, depending on the result. Hugh Feeble's crying session over Salah. You know, it'd be really interesting.
What's that?
Let's just say within the next 2 years, Rob Salah gets fired. Okay, and he goes back to San Fran as a defensive coordinator, and they win a Super Bowl.
Who knows? I don't even know the name of their current DC, but again, they're still
Steve Wilkes.
Oh, I forgot.
But the kick is away. Branch will leave it in the end zone. I feel like this game is actually going to hit the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, I thought it would.
They did, but it doesn't count because Notre Dame scored. If he were Pinocchio, his nose would go so much that would reach Zach Wilson's a-hole. Q Feeble's crying over session over the next Jets loss.
Could be tomorrow.
It's kind of incoming, so. Anyway, back on offense is Caleb Williams. 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. Just the 1 rushing touchdown for Marshawn Lloyd. The 1st and 10 from the 25. Williams takes a snap. Williams looks. He's in the pocket, throws, fires, caught. And this is going to be marked a little bit after the 35-yard line to the 38. First down for USC.
Nice little comeback.
Washington on the catch. He seems to be favorite target tonight for Caleb Williams. With a hurry up tempo. Williams. Free rusher there, and this one is batted in the air.
Good job on the deflection. That ball just landed right straight to the ground.
That's Howard Cross, the 3rd.
Matt N17 says the Knicks looked horrible tonight. I know they're losing, and I know my buddy TK is complaining on Twitter that the Knicks lack shooting again.
Hope that doesn't creep into the regular season.
Yeah, let's hope not. But for some reason, Thibodeau's going with this big man lineup with Sims at the 4 and Hartenstein at the 5. There's no shooting between either of them.
Marshawn Lloyd in the backfield. He'll take the carry, and he stopped about maybe 3 yards up. Jason Onye on the tackle. It'll be 3rd down.
It's
What?
Pittsburgh scored a touchdown. Game is officially over. They just lost by 17. The spread that they had them favored by 7.
I think you should take a break from betting for a while.
I'm okay. I think I can manage. Plus, I'll tell you this, I will usually win my NFL bets more.
Looks like it's a timeout for Notre Dame.
It's the NFL spread bets that usually win me the money.
Salah will go to the Texans and be defensive coordinator under Ryans. That could happen. I'll give them to you for free, Brad. We're very happy with Wilson. Don't need Salah back. Going back to Matt N17's comment. I think the Niners, barring injuries, are Super Bowl favorites. Them and the Dolphins. I know the Dolphins didn't look the best against the Giants, and then they lost against Buffalo, but I think Dolphins-Niners. If you're the Jets, would you put Salah at defensive coordinator? No, I don't think that Jets fans would want that. I have terrible luck. How many points are the Jets getting tomorrow? I'll wait for Luca to come back to determine that one. And then screw all of these advertisements. We want the game cast. We don't want ads. A 3rd down and 6 situation. The question was, how many points the Jets scoring tomorrow?
Minimum 0, maximum 17. So I'm going to go 13.
Okay, Caleb Williams in the pocket, throws, fires. This one's caught. 1st down USC. This one's caught by Michael Jackson III. Williams in a hurry up 48-yard line. Williams under pressure, sacked. They're going to bring him down.
That time it was a combo of Riley Mills, and it was also a combo of Maurice Leufau for the sack.
Got to him there.
Oh, point spread. Somebody said it was 6.5. I could be wrong.
Only 6.5?
I'll double check with you. The line may be moved, but
for the Jets-Eagles game.
Yeah, I know. Minus 6.5.
I was asking you.
Minus 6.5.
Seemed a little small.
It does.
Williams takes a snap. Williams under pressure. Getty sacked again. Riley Mills in there.
I'll tell you right now, somebody got freed.
Along with Mensa. It's going to bring up 3rd and forever. See what happens here.
Yeah, you're going to see a 4-man rush, it looks like.
Yeah, just...
He's going to get off the edge.
The guard wasn't doing a very good job there. Emmanuel Pregnon. Be 3rd and 28. Williams takes a snap, fakes, throws, caught, and this will be about to the 44-yard line. It's Michael Jackson third again, and it'll be 4th down.
Shoestring tackle that time made by Benjamin Morrison.
After the quarter, I will take a restroom break.
Okay. Screw Louisville officially. Yeah, I thought it would be more, honestly, but the Eagles haven't looked they were obviously a really good team, but they're not clearly unbeatable.
Offensive line is trash, says music make me high.
Yeah,
I will return in a few minutes.
There was a penalty marker down. And we'll see. This is going to go against USC. Might be a false start. 5-yard penalty on 4th down. So Lincoln Riley looking on. 20 seconds to play. We'll see if they get the punt off. Punt is away. This will be about to the 15. No, this is going to bounce for a little bit. And it's going to go out around the 7-yard line. So Notre Dame will be back deep in their own field position with about one play to run. John says, hope the bed bugs don't bite. Williams doing his best Wilson impression. impersonation, impression, whatever. How did it take all four? Brad and John, and that's Cliff Kingsbury on the sideline advising Lincoln Riley. Kingsbury, not a very successful college or NFL coach. Nothing else went right for SC tonight. Yeah, Caleb Williams not look good. The defense has not looked good at parts, but just nothing's been great. So first down out of shotgun, they're going to give this to Estime. Estime along the left side. He's going to get a first down and many more down to the 21-yard line, and that's how we'll end the third quarter. Moving to the fourth quarter, it is Notre Dame 31-13 USC, and Caleb Williams, 10-ranked USC versus 21-ranked Notre Dame. And we'll be back after a brief message. But anyways, Mike Rock says, touchdown, Jesus, touchdown, Notre Dame. Yep. Touchdown, I think you've really put this game away. So, again, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Tomorrow we'll be live in the morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Rise and Rush podcast. We'll be looking at fantasy, look at our game previews, which games we want to preview and which games we like. And we'll obviously get some betting advice, best bets. John is the head of that. I obviously have my takes too. Moneyline bets, spread bets, prop bets, all there. So don't forget to catch us 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. Going to be a lot of fun. I'll be honest. I'll be around for the first hour of the show. I have to leave at around 10:30 because we are obviously. Oh, I'm going to the game. Obviously. Angry John says Jets -12, Eagles 34. Now we got to do the math on that. We got to do the math on that. And the math on that is 34 minus -12. 34 minus -12. It's not 12. Let me think. It was 34 would be 0. And then you add the 12. 46 points. Yeah, 46-point blowout. Anyways, appreciate you doing the show for you, Mike guy. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. Please come back. Again, hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. That show starts too early. Yeah, Jets mess. You can always watch it and rewind. You could always watch it and rewind. I know you're on the West Coast and on the west side of the country, and that's obviously way too early. That's what, 6:30 in the morning. I mean, I don't blame you, but you always could watch it back, help us out. Will it preview Feeble's crying session? Well, it depends if John gets upset in the early morning, if he rants or whatever. But yeah, obviously I don't think we'll talk too much about the Eagles-Jets game or the Giants-Bills game that's supposed to happen that night. But we'll see. We'll see. John could be very upset. John might not want to say anything at all. So I'm watching the Optimum commercial. But yeah, we appreciate you all being here. 2 hours, 37 minutes in, and we're about to head into the fourth quarter of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish versus the USC Trojans, 31-13. Numbers reciprocal of each other. Browns and 49ers. Oh, there will be nice friends, just says John. Browns 49ers, are you talking about the game? Yeah, you're probably talking about the game. Watson is hurt, so they're starting. Who are they starting? It's not Darian Thompson-Robinson. Mike Rock says 56 Niners 56, Browns 10. I'm not surprised. Let me see who the Browns are starting quarterback. It's not Watson because he's obviously got an injury. It is my bad, PJ Walker. Let's see. Do you think the Jets would make a run at Bill Belichick if he gets the king in New England? I would. I get where you're going. Music make me high, but at the end of the day, I think the Jets regime has bought a year because of this Aaron Rodgers injury. You want my honest opinion? I think it's bullshit, but it really shouldn't exclude any incompetence on their level. But that's a longer subject. So it'll be 1st and 10. Sam Hartman in the shotgun takes the snap. He's going to give it right to Estime. Estime through the left side of the offensive line. He runs left guard. He'll run for about 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down here for the Fighting Irish. But I think they essentially bought themselves a year. Belichick, maybe he does get fired. I know somebody said you're crazy. I know some credible reporter, I remember who it was, said, you're crazy to think if Kraft is really going to fire Belichick, but that team's terrible. Bill needs to not be GM ever again. He can still coach, though. Yeah, the talent. He doesn't have great talent evaluation. 2nd down and 6. Fake gives the handoffs to the left side, and Estime has nowhere to go. He is brought down that time by number 51. And number 51 is, I'm just trying to get a number here, Solomon Bird, defensive end. It's a sophomore and a transfer. It'll be third down here for the Fighting Irish. Notre Dame is going to John Deere the rest of this game. Plow through. It's possible. 3rd and 6. Everybody's out wide except for Payne for the Fighting Irish. Running back now motions right to left. Hartman, the shotgun, takes a snap, looks right. This pass is caught, and it is a first down for the Fighting Irish. That is Holden Stays with the reception. About a game, about 6. Irish moving the chains. And they'll obviously choose some clock a little bit. So USC has some substitutions. Got to have it in 3rd and 6. We got it? Yeah, we did get it. It'll be first down and 10 after a fresh set of downs off the reception by Holden Stays. First down and 10 for the Fighting Irish. Hartman under center. He's going to toss to Estime. Estime using some holes, trying to get through that left side, and he is brought down. Not much of a hole there. Tackle made that time by Christian Roland Wallace. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Plenty of time for the Fighting Irish to seal the game or USC to come back. 2nd down and 9. To his left is Jeremiah. I'm sorry, it was Jadarian Price. I almost said Love. In the shotgun, Chris Tyree in motion has a touchdown today. Takes the snap, looks to his right. Hartman has a screen. This is to Price. Price upfield, and he's going nowhere as this is just swallowed up by the USC defense. Brought down that time. Let's see. Yeah, brought down that time for the 3rd down. That was Jalen Smith who got beat for the touchdown. Native, I strongly dislike USC as a California native. Let's go Irish. Yeah, listen, there's been a long brewing rivalry between these two. It is probably their most hated rival, not on the East Coast. I know Stanford's a bit of a rivalry, but yeah, there's been some bad blood here. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for I almost said the Trojans, for Fighting Irish. Chris Tyree in motion, shotgun, takes a snap. Hartman looking right. Now he has to run for a little bit. He's going to throw on the run. This pass is dropped. Pass intended that time for number 19, Jaden Greenhouse. And Notre Dame will punt. Good defensive play there made by USC. As he's matched up along the side. Great play by the defensive back just to get a hand in there. That is made by Christian Roland Wallace, number 17. I got a comment here. USC falls deep in the polls, and I don't care. Keep Grinch or not. Forget it, Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah, Caleb Williams did not exactly have an inspiring performance tonight. This kick is away. It's about the 20-yard line. Return on the way. Going up the right side. He's going to make a couple of guys miss, and he really hasn't made a lot of room. Now he's going to go up the field, down the left sideline, down past the 50, down past the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20-yard line, and into the red zone. The USC Trojans will go. What a return by Zachariah Branch. Notre Dame's special teams falling apart there, and now they're deep in Notre Dame territory. As you see, it was a long punt down to about the 20, making a couple guys miss, essentially went the wrong way. Then he went the right way with a little hole, and great blocking by the special teams. Gets to down about the 18-yard line, so now USC has a chance. As a California native, my only 2 localish teams are SJ State, San Jose State, and Fresno State. Williams in the shotgun at the 18. He's going to have a man in motion to his right. That is Austin Jones, the running back. Calling out the protections at the line. Williams, 6 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 2. They get the playoff. They give it up the middle. And not much going here for Austin Jones. He's brought down by the Notre Dame linebacking core. I believe Leah Fowl was there as well. He was the first initial tackler. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Salute Big Bruno the Bronx. What's going on, Raphael? Well, USC chances to get in the playoff is done. Yeah. I mean, they might have a slim chance, but not a great performance here. 2nd down and 9 for the USC Trojans. Taking the snap and shotgun is Williams. He's going to give it right up the gut. This is to Austin Jones. He'll get a gain of, I'd say, about 6 yards, maybe 7. It'll be 3rd down and 2. I'll double check, Chompers. I'll definitely double check. I will definitely double check for you on that front. Whether it's top 6, it's usually top 4. But I know they were going to expand the playoffs in 2025. USC 4 of 10 on 3rd down conversions, usually 8.4 yards to go. 3rd down and 2. Jones to his right, tight end motion. That is McCray. Williams in shotgun takes the snap. He gives it up the middle. This is going to be a little bit past the 1st down marker. That is Austin Jones running the football, and it will be a 1st down for USC. So it'll be likely 1st and goal. They got to go undefeated since their conference is trash compared to. Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. Pac-12 is not much to talk about. 1st down and goal for Caleb Williams and the Trojans. Tight end motion. Once again, that is McCray. Williams takes the snap. He gives it to Jones. Williams fakes it into the end zone and incomplete. Batted down there by Morrison. And the pass was intended for Brendan Rice. I thought he originally caught the ball, but it was batted down to the ground. And it looks like Rice did not hold on. We're going to watch this play as a little slant fake. And let's see. Nope, he does lose possession towards the end as he's coming down to try to hold on to it. But a great play there by Benjamin Morrison. So it'll now be 2nd down for the Trojans. Williams in an empty set. Tight end to the right, that is McCray. 2nd and goal at the 7. Williams, shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks to his right. Williams, not a lot of time. Looks to his left. Now he's going to run. Throws. End zone. Touchdown. USC. Brendan Rice into the end zone. He redeems himself. And it is now 31-20. Could be a possible chance for USC to move this into a 2-possession game. I see Williams did have some time in the pocket. Everybody was closed off for the most part. Williams felt the pressure. He looked to his left. He rolled to his left as Morrison was on the coverage, but Rice just beats him out with his strength and the catch as this kick is up and this kick is good. Notre Dame is now up by 10 instead of 18, so they moved up in front. Let's see. Until USC plays Washington, have you seen that team play Penix Jr.? He is a monster. Yep. It was Oregon today, I want to say. It was Oregon, him and Bo Nix. Obviously battling it off, but Washington's a winner. Washington is definitely a winner. They are, I think, number 7th ranked, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah. Hard to stop Jerry's kid. Yeah. Let's see again, guys. Don't forget the like button, all that stuff. As USC has just led a nice drive, and now they're back into this, so they're not out of it yet. Game is not over. See if you get some comments. Bo Nix isn't a bum. He's been good since Auburn. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. He's been good. I mean, as Alex mentioned and everybody else has mentioned, stacked quarterback class. But it's, again, who will rise to the top? Because usually among those stacked quarterback classes, there tends to be a lot of bad, or tends to be a lot of not so good. I mean, 2018, recency. 2021, recency. Or in recent memory, should I say. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. So we're seeing a commercial for the Killers of Flower Moon. But let's see if Notre Dame can put another touchdown in. Bo Nix is a bum. He's just in a good system. I mean, I got to watch more of Bo Nix, but the thoughts around him are very good, from what I've heard, especially per Sir Bad Take Brian.
Apologies for being out for a little while. Fortunately, when your stomach picks a fight with you, it's a very long fight. So, what do we got in the chat? What do we got? Bo Nix is a bum. He's just in a good system. So I guess USC put up another 7. Okay. How did that happen?
It was a bit of a sustained drive, but the key was a Jakarian Branch return, and then Williams was moving around the pocket and then moved into the end, then threw a touchdown to Brendan Rice.
That Taco Bell food? No, I didn't eat Taco Bell. And it looks like Mike and Music Make Me High disagree on Bo Nix a little bit, but I'm going to get back to my notes and back to calling the game, as I usually would. So, USC will kick away. And this will be taken out from the 2, past the 20, past the 30. He's got upfield. Past the 40, past the 50, past the 40 again. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Talk about
Jadarian Price with a long kick return touchdown. And just as USC fans got their hopes back in, or at least some of them may have, they just get back in.
Talk about special teams doing a complete 180. You had the big return by Jakarian Branch where the coverage downfield for Notre Dame was not good. Then you have this return by Jadarian Price, and wow. And now they are going to probably be up by 18 points by the end of this.
Yep. Over-under is getting close. Touchdown Jesus, touchdown Notre Dame.
What did I say the over-under was? 61? It's now 57. Not going to be 50.
One more touchdown. Almost a field goal we'll put in the books. But Notre Dame, 99-yard kick return touchdown for Jadarian Price. He had some really good missed tackles and took advantage of a few poor angles too.
Hopefully this game is just sealed.
2 more likes to 30, folks. Smacky to likey, hitty to subby. So now will be the time to answer for Caleb Williams. Time to answer.
I mean, they were set up nicely by that return by Branch. Let's see if they can set it up on offense.
Again, like a lot of people underrate the special teams aspect of a lot of things. They underrate how much and how this is an interesting tradition. Did you see that? they were lifting up people in the stands. So it's now a 3-score game again with Jakarian Branch back deep to return the kick for USC. And the kick is away. This will be from the 6-yard line. Branch past the 10, past the 20. Oh, he got upended at the 20. Chris Tyree. And there's a penalty marker down. We'll see what that is. But Chris Tyree with an absolute bomb of a hit.
He took a shot. He took a shot and took him for a ride. Maybe this is probably
a holding against USC, which will be 10 yards back, half distance back. Answer with a sack. All right, let's go Irish. Let's go defense. Yes, sir, Mike Rock. As Kenny Rogers said, you got to know when to fold them, know when to hold them, know when to walk away. Very good quote. If Oregon and Washington are good rankings, USC could make the playoffs. I mean, we'll see. We shall see. But starting at the 10-yard line, Caleb Williams, man in motion. They're going to give this, and the Notre Dame defense just meets them right there. Howard Cross, amongst others.
I mean, why are you running up the gut?
Just don't understand why. I mean, I get it. Like the run sets up the pass in many cases, but especially when you're on your own territory, seems a little sus. So I guess they're looking at Brendan Rice, Jerry Rice's son, on the sidelines. About 8:15 left to go in the game. Williams calling out signals. Marshawn Lloyd moves to the right. Williams, and looks like everybody but the center moved.
One of those rare cases, false start.
Everybody but the center offense. Rarely so that will be half a distance to goal.
So if they're at the 10.
They're pinpointing one player on that one. It's going to be on Jonah Monheim. Yeah, he moved first. Everybody moved but the center, so. Play clock still winding down as game clock is as well. Lloyd will motion to the bottom of the screen as a receiver. Branch in motion. Takes the snap. Williams got to keep it. Williams got to get extra few yards, and he's tackled at the 10, so that's the original line of scrimmage. Kaiser on the tackle.
Somebody tweeted, this is still the future. Giants finally get Daniel Jones help in the offseason. Joe Alter, receiver 1. No more messing around. Breakout season.
I saw that. That was Gridiron Media.
Yeah.
I mean, I like this game as an identifier. Well, not an identifier, but it's like a little test for Caleb Williams, but Giants still need to find a replacement, in my opinion. Man in motion. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Williams takes the snap. Williams, pocket starting to collapse. Throws. Caught. First down. That's going to Dorian Singer. And you know what? I think those are the types of throws now. Get it. There's, 3 touchdowns to go. But pressure was literally in his face, and he got that off.
Good pocket presence. Tackle made there by Clarence Price.
Austin Jones back in the game as the running back. Dorian Singer at the bottom of the screen. Williams calling out signals. Takes a snap. Fake. Williams, pump fake again. Almost a sack. Williams gets away, and he's still running, and that's going to count as a sack. Javonte Jean-Baptiste will be credited.
I mean, he was spinning and winning, but he didn't win that time.
Like a top in the pocket.
Spinning and winning. Pressure comes on a stunt. Now I think it was a double stunt. One on the right side, one on the left side. But Caleb Williams was spinning and not exactly winning.
Yep.
Could have been a horse collar.
Almost. But second down at 12. Takes a snap. Fake. Pressure in the face. This one's dropped. Taj Washington, the intended receiver, and it'll be third down and 12.
Presiding over in coverage was DJ Brown coming off the zone.
So good deciding, third down and 12 here, about 5:32 left. Defensive sacks, USC nothing, and Notre Dame 5. It was mostly quarterback hits and pressures to begin the game, but unfortunately the offensive line for USC has taken a beating. Third down and 12. And looks like we're going to have a false start.
I think the receiver moved, or somebody, might have been the right tackle.
Someone on that right side. And that is going to be a penalty.
Number 15. Slight, yeah.
He wasn't happy about that. Let's see, Mike and make music make me higher. Definitely going at, but they agreed on that. Lincoln Riley is garbage. I guess that's what they're agreeing on. Quick throw, and Michael Jackson the third. He gets a few yards, but not much. I mean, you kind of have to go for it, right?
Yeah, you're down 18.
About 5:10 left to go. Al Golden looking like a mad scientist. It's like a math teacher, too. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. You can honestly just rush 3 and then have that. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout. It's a pretty good Dame. Good Grinch can do it without being noticed by anyone. Riley, what's going on, man? Thought you were it. No. USC offensive line has been taking beatings since the Tulane loss last year. Yeah, I remember that, man. True, that's facts. Our boy from the Buckeyes. Offensive line sucks. Said that in the first quarter. Finally, we could agree on something. Lincoln never had a defense when he was with Sooner. Now he's in no way. Now as a Trojan, there's no way USC makes playoffs. They have a poor coaching staff that started last year when USC lost to Tulane. Undisciplined Lincoln Riley teams. But we appreciate you all being here, sticking it out with us. Let's get one more like to 30. We have 120 votes on the poll thus far, and obviously leading towards Notre Dame. So there's that. Lincoln Riley needs to shake Al's hand and tell him that he has a job for him next year. Oh, he's talking about Al Golden. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if he'll go. I wonder if he'll go to USC if he was given the opportunity. But hey, what do I know? Al Golden was a linebacker coach for the Cincinnati Bengals previous to this job when Marcus Freeman took over, but that was under the tree of Lou Anarumo, Staten Island native. So,
I believe Miami's losing to a UNC.
I wouldn't be surprised. UNC is undefeated. Golden, before that, was the linebacker coach of the Lions. And then he also was a tight ends coach for the Lions. Interesting. Mostly a defensive coach, but also he's a Jersey native. Red Bank Catholic High School offensive coordinator in 1993. So a little familiarity in this. Can't wait to see the field rushed by all the fans. Yeah, man. I've been talking about it for years now, and eventually at some point I got to make true of it. I want to go out to a Notre Dame game.
Yep.
Just feel the energy when what the fuck is, why am I forgetting this song? Shipping Up to Boston. When that song comes on, I want to feel the energy in the stadium. I want to feel the energy that's just exhibited by the fans and everything. They're falling. So it'll be 4th and 9 for USC as the Notre Dame offense will defense will trot out back there. Caleb Williams looking much better in the second half, but unfortunately a little too late because of the first half performance, netting the Notre Dame offense how many points because of short fields. It looks like Branch is trying to get somebody to set, maybe. 4:54 left. Play clock winding down. Takes a snap. Williams under pressure. He's going to get sacked. And then he tries to throw it away. But what have they called it?
I think they just said, the sack was there.
And Notre Dame's going to get the football either way.
And they'll probably just win it outright because that is not a sack you take there. That pocket, not gonna lie, that pocket collapsed pretty quickly.
Right.
And if anything, that's probably intentional grounding.
Yep, which would bend them back a couple extra yards. Mike says, "I appreciate you doing the show." Well, thank you. This is our first college football stream, and this seemed to be a pretty good turnout. So hoping to maybe do some more of these. And Al was on the Nick Saban staff at Bama. According to his resume, I don't think so. If he's talking about Al, if he's talking about a different Al, then that's a different story. If you want to feel the energy at a Notre Dame game without going, look at Rudy. To be fair, all the Eagle wins have been pretty close scores, not in play all the time, but scores usually close.
Yeah.
UNC is one of the best coaches, and Mac Brown, who's a legend. That's true. Shout out Vince Young. Also a coach that has no problem beating USC. He'd have a healthy dose of that on the G-Men. Yep. So the pocket collapsing, yeah, you'd have a pretty healthy dose of that. So, and not to say Caleb isn't talented or whatnot, but damn, I mean, he's been sacked what, 6 times?
I think so, something like that.
Yeah. So interesting, very interesting. But Notre Dame will get the ball. I would imagine maybe they put Steve Angeli
Yeah,
to get some reps, and then all the backups like slowly start coming in. But
it's that kind of time.
someone said Caleb's struggling only helps the Giants position draft him when he goes to 4.
I mean, hey, listen. They had what was I going to say? They had
Well, to be fair, Thibodeau was almost a consensus number 1 overall pick, and then that moved down to 4 or 5.
they had Sam Darnold going number 1 overall. That didn't happen.
No, I
He
know.
went number 3 overall.
Hell yeah, I was looking forward to it. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, this has been a lot of fun. There's no doubt. And when we get maybe Angry John on here one time, or maybe we just keep doing this, I mean, it's been fun. It's add clarity. Like this game, the Giants are probably going to get the piss beaten out of them as Estime goes up the middle. But the Giants are probably going to get the piss beaten out of them tomorrow. And this win just makes me feel a little bit better about my football rooting lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I'll thank them for that much. So let's see what we got here. Just cleaning up my game notes. I don't think Notre Dame actually allowed a sack tonight. So if you're a Joe Alt fan, you're definitely singing the praises. Estime in the backfield, heavy formation. They're going to give to Estime. Estime got about a yard, if that. Brings up 3rd down. Let's see what we got in the chat. Maybe you haven't seen Drake May. I gotta watch more UNC. I've stated that before. I know our good friend Bad Take Brian doesn't like him actually. Yeah, that was due to character concerns. That's true. Might go number 1. I don't want May. Shouldn't want Williams either. I thought the Kayvon took plays off. I'm starting to see that he'll get 1 sack and call it the game edge Westbrook. Yeah, I mean,
let me just say this.
Needs to improve. You were saying, Luca?
Let me just say I saw they pulled up USC's remaining schedule. Take a look at November 4th and November 11th. That is Washington and Oregon back-to-back weeks. That's a real quarterback duel.
True. So I guess for some reason the clock stopped. Maybe Notre Dame used a timeout.
Or USC possibly.
Well, I mean, I think. Okay, so they may have. Hartman still in the game. Takes a snap. Give to Estime. Estime trying to push forward. He's got close to it. He doesn't have it, though. So
maybe that's second effort.
I mean, I would just go for it. I mean,
yeah, why not? I mean, just kill clock while you're at it.
No 2-minute warning.
No 2-minute warning. Kill clock. Put the foot on the throat.
Put the pin in the coffin. Put it in the coffin. Just looking at the Heisman follow-up campaigns.
Leinart, Tebow, Johnny Manziel, Winston, Lamar Jackson, and Bryce Young.
Only a 2-time Heisman winner, Archie Griffin in 74 and 75 from Ohio State. And our Heisman favorites, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, and Michael Penix Jr.
No Drake May in there.
Yeah, at least not yet. Swear to God, these ads. But they're going to go for the field goal here, 23 yards.
Oh,
And this should actually push it to the over.
That's
or
yep.
push. So the kick is good. It's 41-20. I want him to do more. I know he's talented, and I'm tired of seeing Sexy Dexy being double teamed and no one else trying to get home. True. The media will be all on USC Colorado this week. Even without the 21-point cushion, USC still would have lost. Yeah. Not that it matters, but if he plays all 12 remaining games, how many sacks do you see Kayvon ending the season with? My original projection, I think, was like 7 or 8. I could still see 7 or 8 in play. 2 more losses for USC. As Deion Sanders would say, USC played like hot garbage. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the way they played for at least, the USC fans. Washington will smack that ass, and then Shane with the beer. Shane being very cheery tonight, of course. We got the 30 likes. We got the over almost 130 votes on the poll, which, again, did not expect. We appreciate y'all who, again, tuned in. So, I mean, we still have 340 left. So, if they want to do garbage time scores, they can.
Yeah, let's go into the soft zone.
The soft. Well, I mean, they can play prevent, basically.
Yeah.
Or, let them go down the field as much as possible, and then whatever the case may be, go after that. So, who does Notre Dame have after this, if you want to go through that?
Let's check it out. Pittsburgh.
Games. Pittsburgh. Well, they just capped off Louisville, something we couldn't do.
What's today, the 14th?
Yeah.
It's Saturday 28th, so 2 weeks from now.
So got to buy. Okay. Let's see what we got in the comments section. Just give me Caleb. Still, the game doesn't change my mind. He's going to get 7 on track, but none of them meaningful sacks. They're just stat pads. Thus the name Edge Westbrook. I want more for Kayvon. He's a 5th. Yeah, he's a 5th overall pick and has shown promise to be more capable. That's my frustration holding him to a higher standard. No, you're absolutely right for that, Max Castro. The only other game USC might lose is to Oregon because they play in Eugene, but all of the USC harder games are at home. Yeah. Very much true. Very much true on that one. So looking at some NBC games for upcoming, Minnesota and Iowa, and Michigan State. Pretty sure that's a rivalry weekend.
Could be. I mean.
Right. So anyway, we're about to kick it off again. 3:40 left to go. Each team with a timeout. And this will be kicked away from the 2-yard line. Zacharian Branch past the 10 and past the 10 to the 12. I don't know where he's going to project. I don't know where he's going to project in a few years. But he's only a freshman. Let's keep that in mind. Branch is only a freshman, but I think he could be like a Kadarius Toney type.
Yeah, possibly.
Just without the injuries in the NFL. So that's like, 2-3 years from now. So again, I mean, I didn't study his high school tape. I'm not talking like I'm a pro, but
yeah,
exactly. So Caleb Williams back on the field for a last-ditch effort. Williams takes a snap, 4-man rush, 5-man rush, throws out to Mario Williams. It's a fumble. It's recovered by Notre Dame, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, my Jesus.
Second touchdown. Actually, no, excuse me. That's the 3rd recovered turnover, if you will, for the Notre Dame defense. And I'm talking about one player in specific. That's Xavier Watts. The other one, obviously, being an interception for Benjamin Morrison. But that's, wow. I mean, talk about.
I mean, my goodness. This is a complete blowout. This is a complete. USC is getting their doors blown off.
They're getting their asses handed to them. I think that's fair to say. Let's see. Pitt And then we have Clemson. I just noticed I put round of overall. You're good. Kick is up. It's 48-20. Anyone who bet the under is probably slamming their phone right now. Kadarius Toney is trash. I feel bad for him if he's Kadarius Toney. They won't beat Washington even if they played on the moon. Or if USC has 22 players on the field. Come on, man. LMAO, Notre Dame won't charge a field. They're too classy. Branch has a brother that plays for safety at USC. Okay. All right. Let's see. Maybe I have it in my notes. Oh, Zion Branch. Okay. I see where you're coming from. I didn't realize till this week that Caleb Williams paints his nails.
Yes, he does.
So, is Mario Williams not happy, of course, and 4-touchdown blowout. 4-touchdown blowout. Touchdown Jesus, touchdown Notre Dame. It's an interesting one. I've seen that a couple of times in the chat before. His mother is a nail tech. Let's go, guys. Let's go Irish. Yeah, man. Let's go Irish. Kick is away, and this will fall right into the end zone. Does Caleb Williams go back on the field? He does not have his helmet on. So it seems to me...
They're probably going to put the backup.
Yep, so there's Al Golden, obviously linebacker and D coordinator. And will we see a backup?
Could be. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yep, it's going to be Miller Moss. Sophomore, 6'2", 200. They'll be getting some backup reps here. Takes a snap. Gives it off, and this is a pretty nice run, about 10 yards worth of gain for Quentin Joyner, the freshman. He's got 1 touchdown on the season. That's a nice gain. A little bit of a hurry up, but again, Moss 71.9% completion, 1 touchdown, 309 yards. You're going to hand it off again, and this is held up after 2 yards. Think he fumbled it. And Notre Dame recovered again.
My goodness. It's like here, Notre Dame, just put us at there's what USC is saying is Notre Dame put us out of our misery.
Javante Jean-Baptiste with the recovery. What's that, 5 turnovers?
Has to be. You have 3 interceptions and you got 2 fumbles. Let's see.
Forced out by Xavier Watts.
He's had one hell of a game.
He's been all over the ball tonight.
I don't know what class he's in. I don't know if he's a junior or senior.
Yeah, I got actually hold on. I got it on here. Xavier Watts. He's a senior.
Draft?
Maybe.
But my goodness. Notre Dame is saying, here, we'll put you out of your misery. And they should do
off to Estime. I'm surprised they're still running with him, but about a 3-yard gain.
Hey, listen. Do what you can. It's just like I hate this victory in a way, and I'll tell you why. As I said earlier, like if you had beaten Ohio State or Louisville, this victory would have been huge. Like originally, I had this pinned as a loss going into the season. They'd be like, okay, they'll lose 2 games, but it just hurts even more the way they lost Ohio State, the way they lost to the to Louisville. It just sucks because they'll be out of the playoffs most likely.
Right. Hand off to Estime, and Estime, he breaks out of a tackle. He gets a first down.
Yeah, they've quit. They're like, put us out of our misery. We're done. We just not we died, but you know what? We tapped out. We tapped out.
Yes, that's true. Almighty says, y'all saw the play at the...
That was so... Yeah. Mario Cristobal's an idiot for what he did.
Literally, the Meadowlands What was it? The Miracle of the Meadowlands Part 2. Caleb Williams' mother owns nail shops, I think, but his mother is a nail tech. That's why he paints his nails. Okay, so it's a little tribute to his mom. Doesn't he have sisters that also put him in dresses? Wow. Okay, so Mike Rock's definitely going to Caleb here. Williams isn't that great. Team quit.
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope the Clay Hilton curse lives for 1,000 years. The Clay Hilton curse still lives at USC.
I have not heard the Clay Helton curse. I haven't heard the name Clay Helton in a long time.
No yellow tape is on the field. Should just took a knee. Stupid autocorrect. Yeah. So it looks like they'll be able to run this down to about 40 seconds, 39 seconds, and then they'll kneel it out. And yeah, that'll be the game. So let's see. Yeah, about 42 seconds, and then that should take it to the end of the game. You don't have to kneel anymore after that.
Again, I originally had this pinned in the schedule as a loss, but it's inspiring. It would be more inspiring if they actually had won either the Ohio State or Louisville game. Just saying.
All right, so it looks like the clock is going to run out here. Marcus Freeman gets a well-deserved victory for Notre Dame. And the fans are rushing the field, for those that are wondering.
I would rush the field if I was there.
This win will help with recruiting. They want to get back on the plane, get out of South Bend. But, yeah, man, I mean, listen, Notre Dame coming out, getting this win, it's big, even though they're out of the playoffs. It's big for us because, hey, listen, first time on the channel, we're doing a Dame game, and they come out against a rival and perform like this. They beat undefeated USC, so that's very good. Why can't you rush the field in the NFL? Because
that's probably
it's not college. I think it's a little bit more organized. But Luca, final thoughts.
Thank you to everybody who came out in the chat. We met some new people. Awesome. Please subscribe. Please stick with us with the channel. This was a good victory. Awesome victory for Notre Dame. Caleb Williams looked not great. He looked terrible. But Notre Dame does a great job. 28-point victory. Not what I would have predicted in my book. I would have predicted a loss. But inside this loss, this win hurts a little more because, again, I mentioned the Louisville game, the Ohio State game. Even if you lose to Louisville and you beat Ohio State, you beat USC, you have one loss, and this win would go pretty highly, and you'd probably sink back into the top 10. But thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yep. Great win. Music Make Me High says, this was fun. They may not be out of the playoffs. Unfortunately, I think that's their fate, but I mean, at least they beat the USC Trojans. I guess that's the Super Bowl for us. But just one more time, we are sponsored by SeatGeek, so if you guys are going to a game of some sorts, you guys are going to a concert, you guys need parking passes, $20 off your ticket order with the promo code Big Blue in the Bronx for SeatGeek, and it's always in the description if you need. But USC will drop to 26. Best USC coach, my guy, ruined that program. God, I hate USC. Notre Dame can lose every game, but if they beat USC and Stanford, I'm all about it. But again, guys, tomorrow we'll be live for the Rise and Rush podcast, 9:30 a.m. And then we'll be back for Boys in the Big Apple, 8:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. But again, this was a very good turnout. I think he's responding to all my questions because it's a crime. But we appreciate all the new people that came in, all the loyal supporters that were here before. I think we'll see if we could do maybe another one of these games this season because I don't want to really make this the only one. But he also goes back and says, I got no bail money for you. But we appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. Turn on post notifications so you know when the live stream pops through drops. Appreciate you coming back, and we'll see you next time. Let's go Fighting Irish, baby. Peace out.